Hello,
LMG.
everybody. Christ. Oh, man. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hey Listen. This is episode 41. I am Pegasus187.
I'm Chronolink 9. What's going on?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, this is December 20th, by the way. Nice.
Who else is here?
I don't even know.
The
Yeah,
actual
who?
Hey Listen people?
I mean, I haven't left from last time. I've just been sitting in my office chair, just waiting for the next episode. But that was a couple months ago, so
That was
I don't know.
that was like many months ago.
It was like the summer, dude.
September 18th
Oh, it
was the last time we
was.
posted one.
Oh, that's
Wow.
not good. 3 months.
And we're back.
Because we're the best around.
Nothing's ever going to... what was that word again?
Ground? Hit the ground? Is that how it goes?
So good as you're the best around. Something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Karate
Nothing
Kid
is
for the
ever...
win.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I love that movie.
So, what's new, boys? Any activities going on?
Oh, yeah.
Stories? Okay.
Lots
me
of
up.
stuff. Lots of stuff has happened since last.
I know,
So,
right? Like, I almost
like
wanted to just digest, but we just, like, I came on and they were like, hey, let's start the
Ew.
episode. So I'm like, wow, like, I haven't even talked to you guys in, like, weeks.
yeah.
So, I mean, wow. Well, have you been?
You know, I've been well, except for like the majority of the time.
Okay.
All right. So you haven't been well.
All right,
Yeah.
so my mood has increased in approximately like the last 3 hours.
Your dog's bigger now. I saw that picture.
Yeah, it
Quite the
is.
progression. Even though it's still like a little. What is it? Is it a Yorkie or something?
It is a
like-
Yorkie.
Okay.
Did we even have? No, we didn't even have the Yorkie the last episode, right? So
I have no idea.
yes, that's the thing. We got a Yorkie and we named it Onyx.
That's awesome.
So,
You
yeah.
call him like Ani or something, or
No.
no?
No, that's kind of homosexual.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit.
So, but like they were calling it onyx because of like, you know, the stone onyx and the color black. But you
Yeah,
know,
but
I can always
I
imagine
called
it's the
Onyx.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
I was about to say that was a straight up Pokemon reference.
Yeah.
Gen 1.
Should have called him like Lillipup. Would have made so much more sense.
Or
Okay,
well, I guess Zach's got a
Zach
dash.
got
I
angry.
guess
Yeah.
you know, he's just gone.
He raged.
So it's actually, I've actually been pretty busy since last. I guess you all have since we haven't been able to do any episodes.
Yeah,
But
I had school. Well, it's
um,
actually been interesting because I've actually had a more laid back semester this year, but yeah, I still am finding myself more busy than normal. I guess it's just because I have a social life kind of. So
Oh.
imagine. Yeah, so I don't know. Like I've just been enjoying spending time with people, and people over my room. I played I played through Deadly Premonition the whole game with an audience. So yeah, that was fun.
so
And
basically, video games awesome.
Yeah.
I would kind of, except
Frasier.
not being taken down because of YouTube.
Frasier.
Yeah. How come he's the only
Um,
like one that plays? I don't get that. Hand the controller to someone else. They're just like sitting
You
there
know,
the
yeah.
entire time.
I found that annoying before when there was like a game where you could easily switch like between levels and like
Yeah.
so like someone in the chat would be like switch to someone else. He's like, no, it's my show, and play.
That's kind of yeah. But for this, it's like, I mean, my friend Chris like told me that he had this game, and I was like, oh man, I really want to play it. And he's like, you do? And I was because he'd watched Two Best Friends watch it or whatever, those guys on YouTube. I'm not a really big fan of them. I like Game Grumps a lot more, but so he gave me the game. He's like, you should play this. And of course, we sort of talked it up to a bunch of people, and so over time, just like I'd have like 4 or 5 people in my room watching me play this game, and just us all laughing at.
I was
How-
hoping you had amassed a crowd of like 30 people.
Yeah,
Just-
I don't know if that would be able to see. I don't know if that'd be able to fit all in my room. That would be great. Like I would have loved to have done it to like a bigger audience, but alas, it was not to be.
Dude, we all got to meet up and create our own video games. Awesome.
Dude, that'd be great. That'd be
I don't
awesome.
think so, Tim.
It'd be awesome.
Whoops.
Okay.
Speaking of getting together,
Ew.
you know, I don't know about you guys, but I was only able to get PAX tickets for Saturday, and I'm shocked that I was even able to get that. So
I don't know about you, but I
Wow.
didn't get nothing.
I didn't. That's exactly what I expected. So
But I also wasn't trying to get anything. I was
Yeah.
shooting for 2015. You know.
well, I don't care. We're gonna get lucky to
Oh.
get those too. Well,
Oh, you don't
hopefully
care.
next year they won't be like, "Hey, we're gonna start selling the tickets on this exact day," because I think that's kind of what that was part of the problem.
Yeah, but then also if you don't do that, then there's also the problem if someone's just like busy that one day and they miss it all.
Well, that's true, but like they haven't done that in years past. Like they haven't pre-announced this is when we're going to be selling tickets. They've just sort of announced, "Hey, we're selling tickets now." And PAX East tickets don't usually sell out that fast. Like in years past, I was
Yeah.
like maybe like 2 weeks after it was done, and they were running low on 3-day passes. They weren't out of 3-day passes, and that was just last year. So like I don't know. It's just I think that was part of the problem. Another part of the problem is that there's a glitch in the system where you could actually order more than I think it was like 5 was supposed to be the limit, where you could actually order a lot more than that, and people broke that. You know, that broke that rule pretty fast. So, you know, that was kind of
Of course.
kind of stupid. That they still haven't gotten their act together and, you know, figured out a better system so people won't break through it. But
Wait, sorry to interrupt, but is anyone recording? I mean, I am, but I'm just wondering if any of you are. Just to make
no,
sure
I should.
if there's a backup.
It's already in
You
here.
don't. Okay.
You're good. Okay. Good,
I mean,
'cause
I'm
not
good.
recording. Cause,
Yeah, but
Because I sort of just hopped on. And you're like, all right, let's start, and I was like, all right.
Oh
no,
man.
it's all good.
Well, it's all good in the hood until we like.
Alrighty then.
What was that?
I get it.
Jim Carrey.
It's all good
Okay.
until
I don't
it's
have
all.
my headphones. Hold on, I'm actually gonna. You guys
Oh.
keep going. I actually gotta go grab my headphones. I just realized I didn't have them. So.
Go for it.
Oh yeah.
It's
It's
all good until something happens to the episode, and then it's not good anymore. Hell, Jesus.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All I can
Wait, what
think
are you
of is,
referring to?
By the
All I
way,
can
did you
think
watch
of-
his,
Whoa!
Great
Now hold on,
Captain Jack?
hold on a second here.
well, I thought you left.
I would. Yeah, I was about to, and then I heard the little crack there, and I was like, huh, what's that all about, Zach? You have some feelings harbored up a little bit here. About...
Man, all I can think of is that the lost Metal Jesus geniusness that we could have had.
Oh, I thought that. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
You know what's weird? Metal Jesus is the same age as my mom. Like
It was also weird.
after I found that out, it's like really awkward to watch his videos. I haven't seen his last two.
Wait,
I can't-
because of that.
Why'd that make it weird?
What?
He doesn't like to watch his mom on film.
I
duh.
imagine watching like my mom on YouTube and cringing at that fact. And it's like I watch Metal Jesus, I'm like,
your mom,
this could be my mom. Like
your mom doing makeup tutorials on YouTube.
Well, that would be awkward considering the fact that my mom's a man, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm one of those. Anyways.
Well,
Alec, are you still here? Okay, he's getting the
Nah, he's
just
he
making
left.
sure he's just not standing around. But are we just gonna go in a little circle real quick and
Talk
say what
about
we've
what's
been
been
doing?
going on.
I mean, really, for me, it's been nothing. I mean, I say nothing in the sense that, like, with work and school, it's just all piling up. Here's my schedule. I work 5 days a week, and with school, and I'm in mock trial now, so I only have 2 days off, and I get back at, like, 5. Who's got static? Who's that?
Is it me? What?
Is it? Oh,
No.
did Alec? Are you plugging in? Is that what's happening? I don't know.
I don't-
Anyways, so usually I sleep as soon as I get back from school, and I wake up at like 9. And basically, I'm like in a really weird zone right now where I have like zero free time in the sense that I sleep my 2 days off, then I wake up at like 9 and do whatever, then go back to bed.
Mhm.
So I've been exhausted lately. So
Yeah.
I'm in a pretty bad mood about it too.
See,
I'm in
I mean,
like,
I can relate a little, but I also am not working during the school year, so I don't have that. But
Yeah, no,
I've
it's,
also-
with work it's like 31 hours of work. Then school is like
A
what?
week? 31 hours of work a week?
Yeah.
hello.
Then it's like, yeah, 31 hours a week. And then with school, how many hours is that? It's like
200 about.
I wake up at 6, get off at 2:33. So I'm trying to think. How long is that? 12. So it's about 8 hours. So, 8 times 5, 40. So that's 75 hours of my time right there.
Nice.
So, and that's
And then
spread across.
That's not even counting homework though either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I only have 2 days off, and I usually just sleep. So I've been exhausted lately.
Wow,
Yeah.
man.
My problem is I've been getting a lot of homework, and now, well, I have like a couple extra like after school things.
Yeah, extracurricular.
Like I have the one debate club I'm in, which it's been my main focus because I'm like the publicist for that. So I have to make posters, and then I have to stay after school one day to put them all up around the school. And then also I started doing on Mondays, where after school we play Dungeons and Dragons.
Dude, awesome.
So we started doing that. Because, like, technically we put it under chess club just to have an excuse to do it. Like, our teacher actually plays Dungeons and Dragons and has played it for a while. So that's pretty cool.
That's
And,
pretty cool.
But, like, yeah, we say it's like chess club and its descendants. So you could say it inspired it or something. But, yeah, we only just started that. And that usually takes a long time after school, so. And then I have a lot of homework, because this is probably going to be my hardest year. It's definitely going to be my hardest year of high school. Because I have 3 AP classes, and the rest are honors aside for 1 advanced and gym. So, got a lot of stuff to deal with. Plus, I've still been doing some community stuff. Also, I update the community poll tourney every day. Now, the second one, which has started since September. I go on the forums. I visit the forums every day. I don't really post that much outside of the community poll tourney recently.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I went on there.
Did you you have maybe, do you even have 100 posts on the forum?
Me? Yeah,
Yeah,
I definitely do,
it's-
right?
There was a time where you just post a bunch in the OKS forums.
Yeah, back in those days. I don't know. I have 100. No, I have to be way past that, right?
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna look you up.
I have to be in the
Yes,
300s.
You might not
Yeah.
be able to find him
Why not?
on the search. Remember there was a search glitch? I don't know if it was just me.
Yeah, but
Shoot.
you can just go to.
Well, I searched annoying Navi and I found a bunch of Pokemon ZRPG posts.
Yeah, I saw it too. Whoops.
Okay.
4 years on PGRF. Good,
Dude,
good
bite
stuff.
my backlog. Wait, wasn't that a thing that we did?
Yeah, 344 posts. So I've been around.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about my backlogs.
Oh yeah, because I don't think we really updated that ever, did we?
Because we were alright. I can just go into it real quick. Well, we were in the middle of it, and then, bam, we just stopped posting. So
Yeah, and then nothing happened.
So we can just we never resolved that. I thought that was a good idea too.
Yeah.
I just
If we
all of a
if we
sudden
actually-
came across that. So
If we actually dedicated the time to that, it would have been a good idea. but I know Pegasus finished his game, correct?
Yep.
And I think he was the only one. Am I right?
Yeah, I was kind of salty because my brother moved out before I could finish Pikmin 2. So yeah,
Dude, I made good progress on Pokemon Soul Silver too. I got 5 badges,
dude.
but didn't finish it.
I may be or I may not be 96 hours into Pokemon Y.
That had
I
nothing to
might
do with
be
what I
good.
said, though.
No,
What about that Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga? How about that?
About like ready to sell that game. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
It can't be that bad. It's actually...
Yeah.
that game's great. What are you talking about?
No, it's not.
Yes, yeah, it is. You
No,
don't-
all right. It's so boring to play. It's not.
No, it's
I
not.
look at this. Okay, 10 years ago, back in like 2003. Yeah, sure. Okay, it's good. But it's like now I have games like Fallout, Total War, Skyrim, Pokemon X and Y. I have all these awesome like RPGs, Final Fantasy Tactics and all that stuff. It's like,
Final Fantasy Tactics came out before that game.
yeah, but I'm referring more so to Advance 2, the latest one. But
Grimoire of the Rift.
yeah, and I have like Valkyrie Profile and stuff, and it's like
I
I'd
know
much
they
rather
have
play
that.
those games where I don't want to play that game, which I don't find as much fun as these other ones, and I haven't
I guess
beaten those yet.
that's fair.
You know what I mean? So it's not bad. Like I don't dislike owning it, but
You just said you were going to sell it.
Yeah, yeah,
what? Well, yeah, but that's because I'm not playing it, and I probably won't. I know that I won't get to it.
You're not a real collector. You sell
Yeah.
games.
I sell all these games. I sold Sonic Lost World for $44 on eBay.
Oh,
You did.
The Deadly, yeah.
you
You
should have
don't
given
like
it
it?
to
I just
me
sold
for
it.
free bay.
I sold all that stuff.
Oh, what stuff? Oh, your Wii U stuff?
Yeah, not my Wii U stuff. What did I sell? I sold that Zelda thing that you wanted. I
Of
sold.
course you
What?
did. Yeah,
I
well,
sold, like,
okay.
all my
He posted that he was like, yeah, I'm like selling a bunch of stuff, and I was like, oh my god, you're selling like that collector's edition of Zelda that I really, really wanted,
Right.
like, and I
Did
couldn't
you
get my hands on.
not? Did you not keep Alec in mind when you were selling this?
Well, no, I asked him if he would be able to sell it to me at a certain price, and he's like, yeah, there's no way I'd be able to sell it that, and I was like, okay, that's fair.
Wow.
I felt bad, but
You
Yeah,
should
I mean,
feel
like,
bad.
so did I, but I mean, I've got a budget to start, think about, so, like, I already have, not only did I have, like, then I had like $250 devoted to stuff, but I have about that still, because I've pre-ordered, the Lightning Returns Collector's Edition was finally announced.
Yeah.
So I pre-ordered that. So that's like $90 right there, or a little over $100 because I'm getting 3 days shipping on it. Then there's the Tales of Symphonia HD collection that's coming out in January, February. So all that's around, right around the same time. That's like $100 right there,
yeah.
not including shipping. There's going to be, I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but then there's the Bravely Default Collector's Edition, which is coming out right around the same time. And I'm really up in the air whether or not I want to get the Final Fantasy X 10-2 Collector's Edition.
There's a collector's edition for that? Maybe
Yeah.
I should. Well, I don't know. I don't know, because I feel like I'm just gonna buy it and it's just gonna sit on the shelf. I need to
That's
stop
exactly
myself.
what it's gonna do.
Yeah, right.
It's true. Then also I have the Lightning figure that I pre-ordered from Square Enix. It was supposed to go through, but then like they sent me an email that's like, "Hey, this thing you pre-ordered, yeah, we're out of stock for it." And I was like, "That doesn't make any sense." So they're not gonna ship that to me. So it's my pre-order's on back order, which is weird because I guess they overbooked the amount of pre-orders they had for the amount that they had. So yeah, my pre-order's been back ordered. So who knows when that's ever showing up. And then I have that Link Skyward Sword figure on some other website for like $50. So yeah, I've got a lot.
Yeah.
I've got a lot to worry about.
Did you hear about like the Final Fantasy? What was it? Lightning Returns battle system? Because
You mean-
apparently it's going to be just like Tales of Symphonia, not actually like an action RPG.
Oh yeah, no, I knew that.
I was really disappointed with that. I thought it was going to be more like Zelda.
No, I mean like it was always like, yeah, you go into another battle, but it's going to be like you get to actually move around in the battle and
Ugh.
stuff like that. See, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not necessarily it's hard to call it an action RPG because you don't stay on the same
Yeah.
on the same, like Kingdom Hearts or something like that. But still, like I don't know, like I like the way the Tales games do it. So I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. I'm looking forward to it because to me it's looking it looks a lot like the original demo for Final Fantasy 13 looked like back in, the original trailer back in 2006. The battle system looks a lot like that, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
It looks not my thing. I'll still get it, and I'm sure I'll still like it, but
yeah,
it's one of those things.
I
13 too. I still need to get that game.
yeah, man.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten it. I don't know. I just have too many games, but there's too many games.
There
That's
is.
a problem.
I
There
agree
are
with that.
always too many games. Yeah,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah.
Always.
I wish they would just come out one at a time for me to play them,
Right.
to be honest. And only the games I want to play, not anybody else. Just like
Right. No Batman Arkham Origins. No
Yeah,
Grand
get outta
Theft
here.
5. Just Pokemon.
Animal Crossing.
what else?
Animal Crossing,
Animal Crossing. So on and so forth.
Super Smash Bros.
We didn't even.
Hello, Rosalina. Oh,
Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
dude! I'm so excited about that,
Yeah.
Rosalina's looking nice.
dude. I love Rosalina.
And I mean that in both the creepy way and the gameplay way.
Oh, you're creepy. No, I like Rosalina, and the Luma is, adorable. Dude, that trailer was really great though because it was kind of misleading in like
Yeah, I
three
thought it was
different
going to
ways.
be Mario Kart, that they're going to make
Yeah.
Mario Kart like Super Smash Bros. Now, with like
Or-
different
or-
characters.
Or like throw Kirby's air ride elements in there or something too. Like they had Kirby in there, and I was like, "What's going on?" And it was just like, "Nope, it's a new Smash Brothers trailer." And I was like, "Oh, cool."
I still think there's a lot of potential with the whole Nintendo crossover aspect that they could use with like maybe they could do a Mario Kart style game with all like different Nintendo characters or something. Like there could be some different experimentation
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
could do.
I mean, if
Yeah, it
Donkey
could be
Kong's
interesting.
going to be in Mario Kart, like,
Dude,
why
Cranky
can't
Kong's
everyone
there.
else? Yeah,
Cranky Kong.
Well, because Donkey Kong kind of like is a Mario character. I don't know. It's.
Yeah, but that's more
But then again,
like
Diddy. But then
Cranky
again,
Kong,
Diddy Kong's in it.
because, well,
Mhm.
yeah, but that Donkey Kong
Yeah, they should have had Cranky Kong in there.
because Cranky Kong's the one that Mario
Yeah.
like abused or whatever.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
So,
But that's just a theory.
but
A
again,
game
he
theory.
lives just next to me.
You know that
Not anymore.
that guy
Yeah.
did.
Oh yeah,
What
I
did you say
remember
about who lives right next to me?
Matt Pett from Game Theory
Oh, did he?
grew up in the same area. Yep.
You said-
Went
you
to
said
the same
that
high
back-
school as my mom.
You said that back when I didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
And now I know who he is.
Yeah, isn't
Oh,
that crazy?
okay. That is pretty crazy. I don't really like his voice though. I gotta be honest, and that's why I can't watch it because I just can't stand his voice
Wow.
for some reason.
Wow.
Like, I'm just gonna be. It's not necessarily the voice, but it's like the really weird. Okay, like I'll give an example. He talks kind of like this, and then like he makes like a explanation, and he goes like this, and it's just like I'm just like stop
pretty
doing
good.
that with your voice, and I just can't stand it. Like I watched the Majora's Mask theory, like the Is Link Dead one, with
Yeah.
PBG because I'm a really big fan of Peanut Butter Gamer, so.
Yeah.
So I watched that and I just couldn't stand the narrator's voice. Like I don't know, I couldn't take it. So
I don't know.
call me whatever. It was weird, but
I've never been offended by the voice. I didn't like that episode though.
Yeah, I wasn't really great.
Instead,
Maybe
it's like,
maybe it was just
no.
maybe it was just not a great episode because I didn't really care for the
That
episode
might
that
be
much.
it.
I don't know.
Try-
Maybe we'll give it a shot some other time.
Watch this Final Fantasy one. What's it called? It's like Final Fantasy is anti-religion or something like that. Like there's some cool videos like that he has.
JRPGs in general are kind of anti-religion.
Let's kill God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy Legend, or any Xeno game,
Yeah.
or
Any RPG out there?
well, I think of like Tales of Symphonia, where you have like the evil Pope, like he's actually called the Pope, and he's like,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I thought that's funny. He's like, hey, he's the evil Pope. So it's
Mm,
amusing.
Person of the year.
Evil
Oh,
Pope.
That'd be disappointing.
So, alright. By the way, I've been watching, like, over this past months, I've just been seeing tons of awesome YouTube videos, I must say.
Oh yeah.
Just a lot of, well, I mostly watch Let's Plays now, because, like, community videos are few and far between, really. But I have been watching, like, some of Pete's videos he puts out. Not TV
Yeah,
and
Pete's-
Lust.
Pete's new videos have been pretty good. I've actually really liked.
Yeah.
A lot of his recent stuff's been really great. It's nice to see him a little bit more active again.
Went back and watched his eBay game hunting episode 1,
Oh yeah.
but still haven't
Always
seen
the
episode
first
2.
one.
Episode 2 is super long, and that's what's kept me from watching it.
Yeah, they're both
Like
pretty
40
long.
minutes.
Do you
What's-
watch
how long's
his
the first one?
streams?
No,
Like of the Xbox One and stuff?
ain't nobody got time for that.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, I just turned my audio down. I'm like, oh, I can't hear
What?
you. Whoops.
Alright, so,
Okay.
No, I didn't. I didn't catch his stream though.
Yeah.
Had he been streaming stuff?
hmm Yeah, I was watching his Rise Son of Rome stream.
Cool.
Really
Yeah.
want to play that game. It looks
Oh,
so
me
good.
too, man.
And everyone was saying that that game looked terrible, and I look at it and I'm like, how does this look bad? This looks just like God of War, but with like RPG elements, and it's all Roman times. It's gonna be awesome. I want to play it so bad,
Oh, me too.
so bad.
It did about as how I expected critically. You know, nobody. It was kind of up in the air, and people were pretty on it. But I've heard from pretty much everyone who's played it that it's great. So,
Hmm.
you know, whatever. I want to play that game.
Screw all those people, but I'm content with my PlayStation 4. Cough, cough. I have a PlayStation 4.
You Doge.
I do. Oh, did you just call me a douche?
I called you a Doge.
Oh.
does anybody else have an Xbox One or a PS4?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I got a PS4. You douche.
I gotta try out an Xbox One last Saturday. My buddy Reed has it.
Yeah?
So yeah, he only has a Call of Duty Ghosts and FIFA 14, but
Oh, that's exciting.
yeah, like two of the probably the most bro games on the
Yeah.
system. But like the controller was really nice. They fixed the D-pad. All the buttons feel a lot flatter.
Hmm.
Because if you look at the 360 buttons, they seem a little more domed. They kind of stick up a little more. These ones don't. And like the battery compartment is actually streamlined into the controller, so there's not that big kind of that bulge on the back of the controller like on the 360.
All right.
So you really can't tell it's even there.
Now, what
But
about
I'm
like,
not
the-
too. Huh?
I was just wondering, well, like about the new start and there's like new start and back buttons or whatever, right?
Yeah.
In the,
It's
like
it
in the
really
what's
it
is the
didn't
placement
take-
of those okay?
Yeah. It feels like just where they were on the 360 controller. I'm not too crazy about the shoulder buttons though, but guess
Yeah, they're analog now or digital now. I mean,
I think so. I'm not sure the exact technical deal, but I think I could be able to get used to them in time. But
In time.
Yeah.
That movie, I've seen that movie.
who's in that movie?
Justin Timberlake, Olivia Wilde.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a good movie. I really liked it. Have any of you posted any YouTube videos recently?
I think you'll find that my last YouTube video was about how Nintendo wasn't going to have an E3.
Relevant.
Yeah. My Dreamcast, UFC Dreamcast review. No, my actually my last Friday Fight Night.
Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to watch that or the Dreamcast thing. I mean,
Alright, so apparently Cole's cousins just showed up.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what we just heard. That's what I
I
just
feel
heard.
so bad now. I'm like, yeah, I'm free all day, guys.
And now your cousins are here. Oh jeez. Oh no.
Alright.
I just got a thing. We want to let you know that your MP3 Skype Recorder.exe app will stop working with Skype starting December 2013.
Yep, that's a thing now.
What's up with that?
You can record up until January. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure, isn't it like Skype's getting an update for the next
Yes.
year, 2014? I'm
Dude, that's
pretty
so
sure
dumb.
that's, yeah. We have
Wait,
to find a
so-
new way.
Yeah.
But this is like oh my god, this is the only one that works.
I know.
The other
Well,
one,
yeah,
like,
Find
fuck.
a way.
We'll pull.
do you remember the problem that I had with the last one or we all had with the last one where it would just like, it would like slow down some people and then other people would keep going. And so
Yeah.
it was like we were talking over Nick and then there were these awkward long
Yes.
Oh my
silences.
god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember those
uh,
episodes. Or the episode you posted.
It's just like, oh, man.
Alright.
We'll have
Okay.
to- We'll pull through. We'll find a way.
Alright.
Because what, you're just gonna you just got to dip now?
What?
He's gonna dip.
Dip?
He's gonna dip.
He's got
You know,
dip.
leave. He's gonna dip.
Alright.
I guess.
How about this?
Oh god.
Oh, geez.
I'm not willing to compromise.
Okay. Never mind then.
What?
Because I'm the host. Okay, let me switch hosts. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but are
I
you,
didn't know.
are you gonna be able, can you just leave it on to record at least?
Oh, you can't record?
No one's been recording, so
I'm recording now, but
Oh.
I haven't been before.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'd like to have more than one though. And
There's no way.
Wait, didn't you say you're recording, Zach?
no, I said I can't.
Zach, they want me to go out.
What are you
Kick him
doing?
in the
Going to see The
face.
Hobbit?
Oh, I already saw the Desolation.
Dude,
Oh,
nice.
that. All right, let's talk about that real quick. Just
Oh,
Okay.
you kidding me?
all right. Listen, I was amazing movie, so good. Like the Smaug
Oh,
part was like one of I think that might have been like the best part of like all Lord of the Rings together. Like so good,
Yeah.
so much better than
It was
Gollum. But
Really great.
the ending.
Really?
ended right at
The
worst
best
time
place
I thought.
possible. No, I disagree. I think that was the best. Because you know why?
What have
I
you
was-
done?
Before the movie even started, like I was like, all right, the movie is probably going to end at this moment, and that's when it ended.
No,
I like-
I thought. Here's what I thought was going to happen. The first movie I thought was going to be them getting to the base of the Lonely Mountain. That's what I thought was going to happen. The second one I thought was going to be getting in there, Smaug, and the Battle of Lake Town. Then I thought the third movie was going to be the Battle of Five Armies. But I've been anticipating this like entire year for Battle of Lake Town, and that never happened. I was so angry. So, but I mean, the next one's going to be really good then, if it's going to
Yeah.
have both the Battle of Lake Town and the Battle of Five Armies.
Yep, because there's going to be a lot of like, Thorin being, like in the whole movie. Because if you read the book, Bilbo
Yeah.
gives Bard the
Black
Arkenstone.
Arrow. Oh,
So-
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that happens in the book. So just to let you know that.
That's
And,
fine.
Wait, how do you know about like stuff like Battle of Lake Town if you haven't read the book?
I watched the movie,
Oh,
1977.
that
Yeah.
thing. Oh, jeez.
I
That
watched
didn't even
that.
have did they even have the Arkenstone in it at all?
Oh no, I don't think they did.
Are you talking about the animated one?
Yeah,
Yeah, the Rankin Bass
Oh.
thing.
Okay, I know exactly what. I've seen like a little clips of it. The Nostalgia Critic did like an old versus new on Lord of the Rings, and it was like
Oh,
the
it was a
animated
Ralph
versus.
Bakshi version of that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I just wanna-
Sam. What you doing?
It's one of the
It's
worst.
so bad.
Oh, it's so bad. Like,
And he liked it.
what? You
He
thought I
said it
liked
was
it?
like, I'm pretty sure didn't he say it was like better than Lord of the Rings or something? Like there's a lot
No,
of
he said Lord of the Rings. J.R.R. Tolkien's way better. It's better so. But there's a clip of the Rankin Bass one, like right at the end, where it's like, I want to do the last one. Oh wait, the Rankin Bass version. He shows the one clip. Is like, J.R.R. Tolkien wins. So
Yeah, so I'm really excited for An Unexpected Journey. But I thought I read somewhere that
You mean there and back again?
there and back in, yeah, that's right. But I thought I read somewhere that The Hobbit was going to be the first two movies, and then the third movie was going to be what happens before Gandalf goes to the Shire. I read that somewhere. Obviously, it was wrong.
That
but,
was
or
back
is that
during
part of-
back during development when Guillermo del Toro was still like on these movies.
Mhm.
They were gonna make The Hobbit into one movie, and then make the second movie like about tying stuff, loose ends up in between the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. So like
Okay.
the 70 years or whatever in between there. As they got filming, and after Guillermo del Toro got angry and left and had a hissy fit, they changed their idea, and they moved to it being two movies about the Hobbit. And then as they kept filming, Peter Jackson was like, well, let's keep adding stuff from the appendices in here. Like, let's add appendices stuff. Let's have show what Gandalf did and all this stuff. So then it ended up being three movies, and it's pretty much all going to be about the Hobbit, as well as all the stuff that took place during the Hobbit. In the books. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It'll be good, though.
I agree.
Right.
If you haven't seen it yet, like, I don't know what you're waiting for. Like,
I
get out and
know,
go see
no
it.
one's
It's
seeing it. Like, if you looked at
super
how
good.
much money it made so, like, only a fifth of what The Hobbit made.
Wow,
Like, the
really?
first one. Yeah, it did,
Shocking.
like, 200 million, which is still...
It's still pretty good.
Yeah, but that's how much it costs to make. The first Hobbit cost 315 million to make. This made, like, it made 200 million. So far they're, like, taking a loss on this one. Isn't that crazy?
Well,
Am I wrong?
it's kinda, I don't know. Like, I don't even know if you'd say they're taking a loss, just because,
Well,
like, they're not going to be. Like,
right, I know it's gonna make money in the long run, but,
Right.
first day out. In comparison to The Hobbit, which made $1 billion. Let's see. Desolation Smog.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here.
Yeah, budget 225 million, box office 231 million.
Yeah. So it's made back sort of what it costs, but in order to really make back money, I think you have to make like
millions.
you have to make. I think a double is about making it back. I think.
Yeah.
But they'll easily be able to get that.
Yeah.
So. Because like I'm going to see it again at least
Yeah.
once,
So am I.
maybe twice.
All right.
Like it was good. Like I saw the first one 2 or 3 times in theaters. So
One more thing though about the third movie. How do you think they're gonna make the last I don't know part of the movie go by? Because I'm sure you know what happens. We'll try to keep it spoiler free, but for example, the change. What's it? The shapeshifter. I don't feel like he really played a big role in the
I was a
Desolation
little.
Smog.
I have to say, Bjorn. Well, Bard is probably my favorite character in the book. Jeez, Zach, what are you zipping by, man?
Playing some Need for Speed U over here. Remote play.
Bard is probably my favorite character.
Yeah.
And I think they really did him justice. Like they made. He's kind of a different character in the movie, but like I really like what they did with him. They made him like super relatable and interesting. And I like him a lot in how they portrayed him in the movie. He's my favorite character, but behind him would probably be Bjorn. And I have to say I was a little let down by Bjorn.
I feel like they're not going to use him to finish the job in the third movie.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
like-
like he might show up though. I think that's the thing.
I'm sure he'll show up, but I don't think he's gonna play nearly the same role. I think that they're gonna switch his place with Thorin. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But
Because they've well, and there's
because they
that's
kept
one thing.
Azog alive. He's alive in this
Right.
series, which I'm pretty sure in the book, Azog died like way before this, and it's his son.
Azog,
Bolg.
Azog
Yeah.
died back in that battle. He did die there, but his son Bolg is like the orc chieftain kind of
Right,
this.
but now they have
Very
Azog
interesting.
is like the main.
Even though Bolg was in the second movie, like
Yeah.
that was Bolg going around and doing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So, so he's still here, but Azog's also still here. So, I don't know. Yeah. So, probably yeah. There's one thing I really like about these movies is speaking of like I like how they portrayed Bard, but they've made Thorin to be like one of the most like they made him likable.
The characters are so much better in this series than Lord of the Rings. Like,
Yeah,
night
I
and
mean,
day.
Especially Thorin. Like in the books, you don't really care. Like he's just kind of some selfish asshole that like wants to get back into the mountain. But in this, like you really get a feel that like why he wants to get back in there so bad. It's not just it's because it's like his heritage. It's his home kind of thing. Like so it's more than just I want my gold back. It's like I want my home back.
Yeah.
So and he's a lot more likable, certainly than he was in the book. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it. But I can't believe we have to wait a whole nother year. Ugh.
It's worse with like the Hunger Games because I saw Catching Fire and that was
that was
even
awesome,
better.
too.
I think that was really good.
That was
And it's
super
like
good. Yeah.
the third book's going to be
Yeah.
2 movies, so I have to wait 2 years to see the entire thing go by. It's so irritating.
Yeah.
But
That's weird. That's weird how that's going to be 2 movies though, isn't it? Isn't the last book like the same length as
pretty
the
sure
other
it's, pretty sure it's
Yeah.
shorter. Pretty sure it's shorter.
It's
up with
around the
that?
same length, but
Is it? All right.
That's
I
weird.
have all 3 books. I've only read the first one though.
Okay,
but-
nobody really likes. From what I picked up, not a lot of people really like the last one very much.
Yeah, apparently, but maybe they're trying to redeem it with the movies.
Maybe.
That's where they want to spend a lot of
Also-
time on it.
Also trying to just make a lot of money with the movies too. But
You know what? Not everything's about money.
Hey,
Uh.
uh,
I have to go.
okay. Hey, but you know what it means? It means double the Jennifer Lawrence, so that can't be a bad thing.
Jennifer Lawrence and her making laws to ban fat jokes on TV.
Wait, what?
That was a
Excuse?
thing. She had an interview and she was like, "Yeah, in my opinion, it should be illegal to make fat jokes about people on TV." I was like, "What? Are you kidding me?"
Uh,
Okay,
Okay.
Thank you,
well,
Jennifer.
still attractive.
Yeah. Yep, I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, where do we go from
Okay.
here?
All right. Well, I have
Yeah,
to end the
do-
call, but
Left me.
you guys
then,
are
huh?
able to.
I guess we're kind of screwed over here then, huh?
Why?
Would there like can we like try like tomorrow?
No.
Like- okay. Really?
No.
Oh, you can't do tomorrow?
I can't.
Oh.
We
Maybe
can't.
Sunday?
No.
No. Okay.
We can't just put off another half of the episode.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We'll keep going. We'll truck
Yeah.
along. We'll try to we'll forge what you have together with
Okay.
my episode.
So keep in mind,
No.
PlayStation 4. Ooh. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Yay,
My
yay or
Wii U
nay?
is on the shelf.
Yay or nay?
Yay at what?
Sideways thumb.
Oh.
So meh.
Yeah, nah, meh.
Graphically, it's better, but it's not like mind blowing better. It's
It's
like
not about the graphics, man.
more about the tech. Shut up. I have Knack. I'll already talk about these, I guess. I have Knack
Oh,
and Call of
sure.
Duty Ghosts.
Nice.
Call of Duty Ghosts. It's Call of Duty.
Nice.
Campaign's actually pretty crazy. It's pretty good, actually.
I've heard that.
I actually
I want-
finished the campaign.
Yeah. Knack is actually really good. It's just like Crash Bandicoot. So if you like Crash Bandicoot, you'll love Knack. And I'm not sure why it got such bad reviews, but I think it's because You know,
Because
it's trying
professional
to
reviewers suck.
it's trying to recreate a 1996, 97 platformer. Of course, it's not going to be innovative, but it's not trying to be. It's just trying to show.
Of course, it's not gonna be innovative.
No, it's not innovative,
How
but
could we ask anything like that?
yeah, but they're trying to recreate it for the PlayStation fans. It's no different than Nintendo putting out like new Super Mario Bros. Like U or something. It's
Well, I don't really.
going
Yeah,
back to well,
I agree
yeah,
with that.
okay, that same sort of thing. So, okay, well, all
But,
right.
well, this is awkward.
I'm gonna stop the
So
recording.
now we have to say goodbye to Cole.
See ya, adios.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes. Tis I.
let's get Nicky Boy in here.
Get him in.
All right. We're all riding on you, Chronolink.
I guess I'm the one with the recording going on.
Are you not able to record, Nick?
I can, but problem is I won't have my soundboard because of the two different friggin' programs.
Well, I think
No.
mine will be fine. Mine's
Well,
recording.
I just it's just I'm always uneasy now
You-
because
in case something screws up.
we can't lose good stuff like Metal Jesus.
Well, that
I
was
know.
because we didn't have backups. We only had one there. So
Exactly. We only have one now.
yeah, but okay, I guess I understand that. But see, the thing is that I can assure you that mine is working right now. So
Right now it is.
yeah, I won't screw up.
How do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
So we'll just have to go on faith.
Oh, I don't have faith.
Okay.
All right. So
So continuing on.
let's see here.
So now,
Oh,
now that
speaking-
Cole's gone, where do we go from here?
Speaking of movies, I also saw Catching Fire, and that was really awesome.
Yeah,
thought it was
great.
much better than the first one, actually. Like I liked the first one. I thought it was okay, but you could tell they had like it was like Twilight-ish aspects in there. How they were like appealing to the whole teenage demographic thing. But this one was like a lot more intriguing. Captivated me.
Yeah, like I mean, I hadn't seen the first one actually before I saw this one. Interestingly enough, and
That's weird.
yeah, it is kind of weird. And I'd never read any of the books, and I knew very little about the plot. Going into it. So yeah, I was pretty much going in almost blind. Except I think on the car ride there, some people sort of were like, okay, there's like this is the basics of the plot, and I was like, okay, cool. And I was just blown away by the film. Like I was really captivated by the universe, and like
Oh yeah.
just thought it was really interesting and intriguing. Like, because I think it's kind of interesting social commentary in one regard.
Mhm.
But I think, I was really, excuse me. There's one thing. I've had a cold since Thanksgiving break, so yeah, that's been fun. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I just really captivated by the universe and that truck that's in the background there. And yeah, and I really like the characters. I'm rooting for PETA the whole time. Yeah, it's good stuff.
What about Catnip?
Kitnip.
Catnip.
I'm in the whole love triangle thing.
Oh.
Because that's a thing.
Yeah. Trying to do the whole Edward and Jacob thing, yeah.
I mean, like, I guess it sort of is. I don't think it's as horrendously done as that. But of course,
That's what they're going for.
Yeah, it kind of.
They want that that talking on Twitter
Yeah,
feeds.
she wants the Twitter feeds all up in flames with that
Okay.
stuff. Yo, dog, digging
The
it.
girl's on fire.
But yeah, it was good.
I thought this one did a lot better job at fleshing out like all aspects of the actual world. The first one really focused on primarily just the Hunger Games themselves.
Right, and
And this showed not only the Hunger Games, but how it affects the world outside and how people reacted to it.
yeah, it did a really
So.
good job at that. Like even like there's a yeah, I've since seen went and see I saw the first one. I got it over
Oh, yeah.
over Thanksgiving break and watched that. And yeah, I thought the first one was a good movie, really interesting. But the second one was much better. And yeah, it definitely fleshed out the world better. There was even a part in it where in the second one where like I had little knowledge about what had happened in the first one. There's a part where like there's sort of like a requiem for one of the other characters, and I was like getting like I was like getting a little choked up. I was like, wow, this is really powerful stuff. And
Yeah, I remember that too.
yeah, and I was like, wow, like I wasn't expecting that because it's like I have like no investment in any of these characters, but like at this point, but I was still like, wow, there's like there's a lot of power in that what was going on there. So so yeah, I just thought it was really great, really great thing.
We'll have to see if 3.5 and 4, if they live up to this, if they do better. The third movie, which is the first part of the actual.
3 and then 3.5 or whatever.
Yeah, like I was thinking at the end, since I have no idea of the third one, like what they're doing. I knew kind of the premise of the second one before going into it, but since I have no idea what happens in the third,
Right.
like I couldn't even think of how much they could really do with what they have left.
Yeah.
But then they're making 2 movies, so apparently there's a lot more we're not seeing.
Right. So I've asked for the books for Christmas, so I'll figure out what happens in the last one before it comes out. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I should probably read that too.
my older brother has read them. He says the books are a lot less. The books are more visceral with the violence. It's a lot more, which is interesting because you'd expect a movie to be more visceral with it, but he says it's a lot more intense in the book, like more in your face and graphic than it is in the films. Because in the films they essentially want to make it so it's like a PG-13 movie. Like they don't want to make what was they don't want to make Battle Royale essentially because that's like an R-rated Japanese film. So
Yeah.
that she sort of based that the author of these books based it on that book or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, I was very pleased by it.
Another stellar movie I saw recently was Frozen.
I still have to see that.
Definitely have to see that.
Yeah.
That was a really good movie. I'd say The Catching Fire was better, but Frozen was more like, I don't know, it just gets you in a really good mood when you watch Frozen. When I watched it, like the songs are just so uplifting, and it's one of the more like one of the Disney movies that is focused more on like musical and songs than in recent films. Like they had a few in Tangled, and I thought Tangled was really good, but then like Frozen's on a whole other level. There's kind of some like cliched stories as always, but the songs are just really awesome. We got the soundtrack afterwards.
Awesome.
It was definitely worth it. So
Yeah, I really like Tangled a lot. And when I saw the trailers for Frozen, I was just like, hey, it's like Tangled in the snow. Like it's kind of like what I like.
yeah, it was like the same exact art style, and
Yeah.
it also 2 characters from Tangled make like a cameo appearance in there too.
Okay. Well, Flynn and Rapunzel.
Yeah,
Okay. Nice. Yeah. I mean, I'm really interested in it. I've heard it's very, very good. I've heard the music is exceptional in it as well. So, I mean, I really loved the music in Tangled. Like, whatever the love song in that film is really, really great. Like, I love that song.
so I don't even remember that now. All I can think of are Frozen songs.
But it's like, at last I found the light, or whatever. You know, that's how the Tangled goes. It's a great song, even though I just kind of like
Yeah.
almost made fun of it in the way I sang it there. But
Frozen is such an awesome thing, and it's definitely, I don't know, I feel like you probably wouldn't get the same experience from watching it at home. Like you definitely need to see it in the theaters because you got like the whole surround sound. It's all epic when it's just the songs and all that. was really awesome.
Well, Pegasus, you've been quiet over there. Have you seen any movies recently, or?
Nothing new. I went back and watched 21, which
That was about that card counting, right?
Yeah, the 6 MIT students that it's basically based on a true story. 6 MIT students that basically go and take Vegas for millions because they're able to count cards.
Nice.
Yeah. I saw part of it. It's a really interesting scheme. You have to be pretty. You have to have a good memory to do that, and be mathematically skilled. So, yeah, it's interesting.
I watched that. I've actually been watching Breaking Bad too.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I just got the first season on DVD, so
Yeah. I need to get into that still.
yeah, I'm only 2 episodes in, so we're just like right at the beginning of his whole scheme to. Basically, the whole thing is basically to take care of his family. Starts cooking meth just to be able to pay for his chemo because he ends up finding out he has terminal lung cancer.
Mhm.
Dang.
Bryan Cranston's good. He is really good in this. For those that don't know, he was the dad in Malcolm in the Middle.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, I figured, well, now that the series is done, I could just try and get them all on DVD or something and just binge on the whole series so I don't...
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I know that can be dangerous. I heard some of the people there that like get into Breaking Bad, they just like sit there at night and just like watch tons of episodes in a row.
I want now this will make Midi-Poor happy, but I watched finally watched Twin Peaks. The first season. I haven't watched the second season yet. I heard a lot of people don't like the second season for whatever reason, but the first season ended on a cliffhanger that I was expecting like the first mystery to sort of be solved by the end of the first season, but that didn't happen, and then there was a huge cliffhanger, and I haven't watched the second season yet. So I don't know what's going to result of that, but wow, that show is great. Like really, really, really funny. Really, really quirky. You definitely see the influences it's had on all kinds of media, like, Alan Wake for one, Deadly Premonition, which was basically, very much so. Gravity Falls, that's a cartoon. That's fantastic, by the way, if you haven't seen that. Great show. Really, really enjoyed it quite a bit. I like at least want to finish. I at least want to know. I don't know because the second season is much longer than the first one, so I don't know if it just drags on the mystery or if like solves it and then like another one turns up or something. Like I'm not sure exactly, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was interesting. Really, really like the characters a lot, and the main detective guy is like the smoothest man ever to live. So, indeed.
Oh, and also speaking of AMC shows from Breaking Bad, there's since the last episode they had the Walking Dead mid-season finale, which is awesome.
Oh yeah,
that was really awesome. Yeah, and I don't know if I ever talked about it, but I watched season 1 of Game of Thrones. And that is amazing. So it's already one of my favorite shows, and I need to get caught up. Hopefully I'm going to get the other seasons for Christmas in 5 days from now. We'll see. But, because I asked for those.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like an awesome whole new world to get into there.
Yeah, I really want to. I know some friends of mine are actually planning on reading the books. At least starting the first one over break, and I've basically just kind of gone on my cousin's recommendation that I'm not even sure if he watches the show. I think he does, and he says it's pretty good, but he really does not like the books at all, because there are just it's just like pages upon pages of nothing really happening, except for like he says it's like think like Tolkien, except not as well written at all. Like it's just piles and piles of description and then nothing happening. Like he says that the second and third books are just a grind, because essentially what my cousin told me is that the books are kind of just, it's almost like this is a year that happens in this world, and I'm going to describe everything that happens to you in it, and it could be really interesting, or it could be super boring, and in this case it's apparently super boring and not loads happens, because it's a lot of just political stuff. And the show is very different because I think it takes more of an intense and action sort of oriented approach to it.
Yeah, a little bit, but also you should definitely watch the show, because it definitely draws you in like immediately into this whole new world, like how the Hunger Games had this whole world that you became interested in, and like how it was structured and everything. The Game of Thrones just takes you into like a whole different time period, but it's still awesome. Like the medieval times have always interested me, like just imagining living through those and all that. And then Game of Thrones kind of brings it in a way to a realistic point where it's not all just dragons and random stuff, yet there's also that, I'm pretty sure it goes more that route in season 2, so I'm going to see how that goes. But season 1's like definitely focused a lot more on the characters and awesome stuff.
Right, because I should probably read the first book for myself just to see if I'm interested in it or not. In the books, anyways. I know I want to watch the series at some point. But my cousin, again, only going on his recommendation, has also said that like the first book opens with like this like really interesting thing about like these like men like on the borders or something, like coming, and they're like coming towards like the country or something, and they're gonna take over. And then there's nothing more about them for like another 2 books. And then it mentions them again, and then they're still moving. And so like it's like, why are you putting so much foreshadowing into things that aren't going to happen for God knows when? Like so basically I don't think he was very appreciative of the sort of cock tease, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, again, like I said, I'll have to give it a shot at some point. The first book, because I do like a good book, and a lot of people like it. He doesn't really like it, and I generally think his book recommendations are good, but I don't know. He could be wrong on this one, so.
Could be. And the Game Chasers season 1, I know Nick got that Cole got that. Did you get that too?
I did not.
Alright.
I'm not sure if I actually paid the straight up. I did the $50 one, the one where you get the game and everything. I don't know. I don't remember which address I put on my form.
Ooh.
So I don't know when I'm going to be getting that. I'm not sure if it's at school right now. I mean, I can't get it now, obviously. If it's coming here, well, maybe it'll show up in the next few days. I know they're really hard at work on getting them out, and I know it's really, really stressful for all of them, and loved ones along with them. It's stressful for them too. So, I know that they're really working hard on that, getting them all out. So, I don't know. We'll see in the next few weeks here if I end up with it. So, I don't know if they're here or if it's at school. So, but looking forward to it nonetheless, though.
Yeah. It seems like it's a really well done DVD. Like the cover is really awesome. Like it's got great artwork on the cover. You can see that just from seeing all the pictures people have been posting.
Oh, I also got the Happy Console Gamer movie.
See, I didn't get that. It just annoys me so much that he's not going to do any other runs of it ever. So I'm kind of screwed.
I was bummed because I'd forgotten to ask for him and Rob to sign it. So yeah, mine's not signed. So I'm gonna have to like fly out to PAX Prime someday and get that signed. Yeah. So I mean, like that's not obviously the main thing I'm gonna be going out there for, but I would like to get it signed at some point, certainly. So
And I still wish I could get that DVD though. I wish they would do another printing of it.
Yeah.
Cause like it kind of sucks. I just didn't have the money at the time. So if you don't have the money for the certain period of time they were doing it, then
Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't actually popped it in, so I haven't like tried to find the Easter eggs and all that stuff. So
Hmm.
I remember the first time. Have you guys ever found Easter eggs on DVDs?
No.
You haven't? Okay. I can remember the very first time I found an Easter egg on a DVD, and I was like so proud of myself because like I had no idea about this kind of thing, and it was on The Incredibles. There's actually 5 or 6 Easter eggs on that DVD, on the 2-disc edition, anyways. And yeah, there's just a lot of really funny stuff. There's some bloopers, I think was part of one. And there's a few other things like little shorts and interviews and stuff. But yeah, the Easter eggs are really, really sweet. I love it when they do stuff like that. I think there were some on the Lord of the Rings ones too. I think the Return of the King. I don't know if it was the extended edition or the normal one, but I know that they had the MTV Movie Awards skit that they did where they were pitching the sequel to the Lord of the Rings to Peter Jackson. Like the ring's not really it's not really gone, is it? He's like, no, that's what happens at the end of Return of the King, and they're like, no, it's not. You can make a sequel, right? And then of course, and it was like them trying to pitch. All right, so we've seen man on man, girl on girl, but now hobbit on hobbit. It was like a movie poster for Frodo and Sam. And I was like, oh geez. And like Peter Jackson's just sitting there like with his mouth like wide open. It's just like, it was awesome. So
But yeah, I was saying before that the way I've been watching the Game Chasers DVD is basically just watching like one episode and then the commentary for it, and then one episode just kind of like going slow, sink in all the stuff. I haven't seen all the bonus features or the cartoons on there yet.
Who's on the audio commentary? Is it just Billy and Jay, or is Melvor Dodongo on there too?
The first few were Billy, Jay, and Melvor, and then the one that Gamester 81 was on, he was on the commentation as well.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
And they had 8-Bit Eric on his episode.
Cool.
So it seems like when they have a special guest, they have them on. So maybe Chargeback Forward will be on that episode. I think that one's coming up.
Awesome.
It's weird they haven't had Dodongo. I know they have an interview on like the 3rd disc from Dodongo I haven't watched yet, but
The super awesome special 3rd disc.
yeah.
Is the sexy or whatever, what was it again? The super awesome sexy special,
something like that.
Yeah.
Did you see someone who ordered? I don't remember who it was. Posted. I think it was on Billy or Jay's wall that he got like the Chode edition that had just dicks all over the place.
Yeah.
I really like the theme of everyone was posting the fact that they get it, and then they'd have like a tissue box and like lotion next to it. I was like, this is awesome.
Games Vaseline.
Yeah, Gamester had Vaseline.
Oh
I thought that was awesome.
Okay, that whole thing reminded me of one of the recent Rad Rascals. Ben was talking about a Facebook page drawing cocks in the local paper. I'm not kidding.
Oh man.
So it's the Super Duper Sexy Game Chasers bonus 3rd disc of Doom. And it's got apparently classic Captain 8-Bit videos, Dodongo interviews, and never before seen videos.
Holy crap. Okay, this is huge. This is really huge. Okay, it's huge for me. It's not really huge for anyone else. But my anime list is back.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. I know what you're talking about, bro.
You do?
I do.
Well, by it's back, I mean the IMG tags are all back, which means you can actually use the site now. They dealt with hackers, and there was all kinds of problems with the code and everything.
Damn hackers.
Damn hackers, I know, tell me about it. So now I can actually go in and edit the fact that that's what I've been doing a lot this semester. I've been watching tons and tons of anime with my friends,
Mm.
so it's been great. Well, I guess maybe not tons and tons, but I've been watching quite a bit. So
I need to do more of that.
we made through the entirety of Cowboy Bebop. We watched, what was it? School Rumble, the 2 seasons of that, which is one of the silly, like the goofiest and like it's just super silly, but really, really great. It's a great show. And we just recently finished Attack on Titan, which everyone should watch. It's
Apparently,
really
it's amazing.
it's spectacular. Yeah,
So heard.
yeah, it's good stuff. So I need to update my list after the show. Pretty excited about that.
So have you guys played any standout games you want to mention in the past 3 months?
Nick, you go first. I've been talking a lot.
All right. I'm actually playing a WWE 2K14 right now. I obviously got that release day. I got the collector's edition. I haven't picked up any. Excuse me. I haven't picked up any of the DLC yet, but I'm gonna. I finished the entire 30 years of WrestleMania mode, getting all the historical objectives through that. There's like 40 to 45 different matches spanning over 20 of the 29 WrestleManias. So you have the classics, like there's Andre and Big John Studd in there. There's Brett and Shawn from WrestleMania 12. Just all these classics stretching all the way up to WrestleMania 29. And then you have the big highlight mode of WWE 2K14, which is the streak mode. So you have Defeat the Streak, where you play as whatever person on the roster against The Undertaker. And I eventually got all the photo album unlocks, because you have to go through and play as specific wrestlers. You have to play as like King Kong Bundy and Diesel and Shawn and Batista. So that took up a lot of time, and that's not easy. It really isn't. To defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, it's as hard as you would think it would be. Because they give him all these mode-specific special moves. So he has the suicide dive over the top rope out to the floor. He has 2 where he immediately will counter like a pinfall, pick you up, and then choke slam you or lock you in his Hell's Gate submission. He has one where the lights just go out in the arena, and then all of a sudden he'll appear right behind you and ready to hit you with a finisher. So it took a while to get all those, but I eventually got those. I've been trying to get the last achievement in Defend the Streak, where you play as The Undertaker and you just take on the entire roster. And it's completely random every time. And every 5 wrestlers you defeat, you get a little bit of health back. So if you're good enough, you can easily, and it starts off pretty much easy, you can blow through, the first 25, 30 pretty easy. Mm-hmm. But then the difficulty starts to ramp up as you go through, and if you're not able to regenerate your health enough, you're going to end up getting caught. But, oh man, that's so fun. I haven't tried online yet because I know I'm going to get destroyed, but
that's cool.
That was when it's fun. I am so glad I picked it up. I actually finished Saints Row 4.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, that game is fucking hilarious. It is over the top. It's like GTA. It's violent. I got one of the DLC packs. I got one for free that the Saints Row, like their Twitter account, was giving away. So I got one for free. And then I got the Johnny Gat, the Gat 5 pack that has like a minigun that shoots knives. Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's more effective it's not effective on like robots or anything, but like any like civilian or basically anything that would bleed, it deals like damage, like bleed out damage. I mean, I went through that game and you get all these, like, because it basically takes place in, like, a simulation. Basically, aliens take over Earth. You're basically the president of the United States. So, you end up in a simulation where you get all these crazy powers where you can, like, launch ice balls, fireballs. You could, like, literally telekinesis. You could pick people up and throw them. One of my favorite things to do was, like, freeze them and then whip out that big, like, that penetrator weapon. The one that was introduced in Saints Row 3, which is basically a big purple dildo on a baseball bat, and just hit them and they just shatter. It's... Oh my god. I played a little... I still gotta try and finish Saints Row 2. I haven't even played 3, but... It's... Because I got the Commander-in-Chief edition. That was a pre-order bonus at GameStop. No extra charge, where I got, like, this, weapon where it's like a rocket launcher shotgun. It like plays this American like style music. Hilarious. It's like the end of the game. If you do this insane fatality on Zinniac, all the Mortal Kombat where you pull his head out with his spine attached. Yes.
Wow.
Oh my god. Let's see what I'm gonna pull up here. Played a little bit of Doom, a little Metal Slug 3 here and there. Like I said, I finished the campaign on Call of Duty Ghosts. Haven't played that online too much, but I've been playing a lot of other stuff. I actually beat Mega Man 4 and 5 recently on the Mega Man Anniversary Collection, and you can kind of see, because the first 6 Mega Man games were released on the NES within about 7 years. So by the time like 4 or 5 and I'm playing a little bit of 6, they came around. You could tell it was starting to get a little bit stale. Like they weren't really bringing that much new to the table, but
Yeah,
they're solid games.
Yeah, more. It was kind of just like more of the same, I guess you could say.
So, and I'm pretty much halfway through 6, and like 4 and 5, the whole story was there was this other guy. Like in 4, it was Dr. Kozak that supposedly created 8 Robot Masters, and then 5, it was Proto Man, who, again, it was ended up all be Dr. Wily's doing, but they have two separate castles, like, levels you have to go through.
Oh, wow.
So you go through, like, Cossacks, like, 4 levels, and then you have to go through Wily. So there ended up being, like, way more stages than there needed to be, and they felt watered down in a way. But, yeah, that was actually definitely one of my better pickups. And that was last year at the Anniversary Collection. I want to try and finish them all. So,
are you gonna try to now is it the Power Fighters and the Power Battle? Are those the ones?
Yeah.
Are those on that?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I played that. I played that with a friend. Those games are so much fun. Like, I really want to play that on an actual arcade someday. They're just super super fun. So.
Oh yeah, I want to do it. I'm going to do a review on the whole Anniversary Collection. So I'm trying to. So I'll make sure because those games, because I play those on an emulator, like on MAME. They're fun. It's amazing that I don't think they were. I want to say they were Japanese exclusives, but I'm not sure.
I think I feel like that they were released here. I feel like they were, but they might not have gotten a United States release. I don't know. Let me just look that up quick. Actually,
yeah. But yeah, to unlock the 2 arcade games, you have to beat all 8 Robot Masters on Mega Man 3 and Mega Man 7.
Mm-hmm.
So all you really have to do is just go through the game up till you get to Wily's castle, and then it will unlock them. So.
Yeah, they released an arcade in Japan only, I guess.
So I thought.
I feel like there was a story that Rob told one time where he was playing one of them. It was Power Fighters. Something like that. I feel like that there was maybe wherever he was playing it, maybe they imported it or something. But I don't know. Yeah, they're really really fun though, those games. I love playing as Proto Man.
Yeah.
Proto Man's such
awesome.
One of my favorite characters. So.
Yeah, I was messing around with some Mega Man 9 as well, and that game is like it's hard, but it's not like Mega Man 1 hard.
Right.
So, like, and like I said before, because I mentioned this collection before, on the GameCube, they switched the fucking controls. That's
Yeah.
what pisses me off, is B, jump, A, shoot. Well, when you have a turbo button, that's right, that's Y, where you can just start, where it's actually kind of fun to use, you end up holding your hand like, kind of like a half normal, half like arcade style, where you're trying to,
Yeah.
I use the hell out of that turbo button. It's basically like if you have an NES Advantage or something built in, and then it has a dedicated slide button, which is X in the later games that have that.
Right.
And I will say this, the top spin and the charge kick suck. The two worst weapons in Mega Man history.
Mm.
Oh my god.
That bad, eh?
I've been playing quite a... I think I'm talking a little bit about it before the podcast. Think Burnout with a NASCAR license. It's exactly like that. You could just ram in the cars. You're actually encouraged to make rivals if you slam them enough, and you do like a slingshot where you get like draft behind a car, and then when your meter fills up, you hit Y, and then it acts like a turbo boost. But it seemed like it was generous with the achievements, because the second day I was playing it, I got 2 achievements, and they were both 80 gamer score. Like, literally, there's one achievement for getting, like, I think 25 slams in a race, another one for making 7 rivals. And it's just... achievements are fairly easy on this.
Mm.
And then the other 2 games I was playing, and this kind of goes into the Secret Santa deal. Zach,
Yes.
how did I know I was going to end up with you? That's what I just find hilarious. Because I've been playing
How did you
quite
know?
a bit of... Yeah.
So what do you think
Is he
of
a
that?
psychic? He's a psychic. That's how.
Yeah. Oh, that was good. I'm so glad you got me that first SmackDown, because that completes my THQ SmackDown collection. Because I have every one of them except for the very first one, because it was the second one I got into, and then now the THQ, went out of business. 2K has a WWE license now. So I was lucky that I was able to find one of the copies of WWE 13 that was still had the THQ name on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't play too much of that. I've mostly been playing Twilight Princess, which I'm about 5 hours in.
Oh, yes.
I decided just to start my whole file over. 'Cause I didn't even remember how far I was in, because I had rented it, when was that? 2009, I think? And I never went back to I never picked it up, but... So this has been a good opportunity, actually, for me to finish it, and it's fun. I love it.
GameCube or Wii?
Wii.
Oh, okay. I was thinking the GameCube one's kind of... I don't know if it's going
Hard to
for
find.
anything, but I know it's more uncommon than the Wii version.
Yeah, it was the last official GameCube release.
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
I have it.
I do
Oh.
too. Except I'm missing my disc, which I'm a
Oh,
little
well, that's
concerned
kind of important.
yeah, shut up,
Yeah.
Zach. No, I think the last person to play it was my roommate last year, and I think we may have run into an issue with our discs getting swapped into other cases. Because I randomly inside my Persona 4 case rather, I found Metroid Prime, which is not my copy of that game. That's his. So I don't know how that happened. Which it's very odd to end up in a PS2. At least I think that's what. Maybe it was in another one. Maybe it was in another case. But yeah, I'm missing my my copy of Twilight Princess, which is a little concerning. But he thinks. I mean, I think it's probably with him, probably with some of his games, and he says he's not sure because he moved away from home, and I don't think he took all his games with him. But he's going to be checking soon. And I actually just had another idea of another game case it could be in. I might check that after we're done here. But yeah, that's a little concerning because that's you know,
Not the...
GameCube version of that game's pretty great. So I mean, they're both versions are fine. I played both, so.
But I was playing a little more Mario Sunshine. Kind of went back to that because I'm going to do a review on that one as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it just reminds me of why did, like, some fans hated this game.
Mm.
Mostly because it's like Zelda 2 Adventure of Link and Away because it was so different. But it really is a fucking awesome game.
Yeah, it is a great game. I think some of my apprehension from the game, or at least my is apprehension the right word? I don't know. Some of my like things I don't really like about the game, really weird voice acting and awkward story, which they kind of have remedied in recent Mario games, because I think they realized that, hey, maybe it's kind of not a great idea to have like weird stuff where it's like, where like Baby Bowser shows up and is like, Peach is my mother, and then Peach gives the dumbest response I've ever heard. I'm your mother. Implying that Peach has no idea what that implies or what any of that means. So either Bowser's using like really weird like drug induced stuff, like things like when she's I don't know. It was like
yeah, it's just strange.
It was a very strange story. Like even the whole like and it's like okay, no, it's a guy that's like completely blue and like transparent and only looks like Mario in shape, but it's like, you've been messing up the whole island, so you're gonna go around and clean it up for community service. It's just like, what?
Like, how fucking stupid!
It's just like the weirdest thing. Like,
no. And the guy who just arrived on the fucking island literally like 5 minutes before he gets arrested.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird story, and it's. Like, you shouldn't be thinking that hard about it, but, like, when you're presenting a story, it's like, you kind of do have to think about things like that, like, just for cohesiveness' sake.
The Flood Pack is really fun to use, but then it makes some of those levels where the fake Mario takes it away and, like, it goes kind of old school kind of platforming. It makes them a little bit harder.
Yeah, those are, like, my favorites, though. I love those levels.
Oh, man, some of those are... I mean, if you know where the two, because I think in all of them there's like 2 spots where there's an extra life. There's at least 1 or 2 extra lives.
Yeah.
You could virtually, if you know where they are, keep playing and rack up lives. It's kind of...
Right, but the thing I like the most is just like, it was really like, felt like old school challenge, you know? It's like, they were all really hard, required very precise platforming a lot of the time, and a lot of like, you know, forward thinking. And they're really, really good. Really, like, excellent levels. Like, very frustrating, especially the one where it's like, hey, I'm a chuckster, and you have to, like, perfectly...
Oh, my God, that one.
That one is bad. That is a really bad level. But most of the other ones...
Oh, yeah, if you're slightly off, you're going to get launched into the abyss.
Yeah, I hate that level. It's so bad. And it's just like, I'm a chuckster, and then he's like, throws you, and you're like, what? Down into the depths of nothing. I found some really fun glitches in that game too.
Oh yeah.
Like one where in the it's the part of the island that's like up kind of next to the mountain. It's like up in the woods. It's the little village. It's the
Pianta Village.
Pianta Village, yeah. I multiple times this has happened to me. I've like fallen down and gotten to where the level's supposed to kill me, but I've been able to walk down on a solid surface down there and not be able to die. And that's happened multiple times to me.
I actually saw that in like one of the YouTube channels I watched, Super Mario Sunshine Versus.
Oh yeah, Versus, yeah, great channel. Yeah, it's just very weird. I'm like, what do I do now? Like, it's very funny.
Oh, and there's also a glitch that I saw was on YouTube, so I tried it out, where during the flooding part, where the island gets flooded, Delfino Plaza, then if you go to this certain log and like swim underneath it, then it just like drops you down and you're able to walk underwater all the way at the bottom.
Cool.
That's great.
Oh man.
Yeah, and you can walk throughout the whole island, like out into the ocean too. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a really, really great game. That was actually the only Mario game, or 3D Mario game where I didn't get all the stars, just because those stupid blue coins evaded me
Yeah.
at every turn. Like there was always like a few that I was missing, and I could never track them down.
Yeah, they're annoying.
Yeah, they go from just being able to spray a spot and get on the. You have to spray a bird. You have to spray one spot and then dash over to the other one. It's
really complicated.
240 blue coins in that game, which equates to about 24 shine sprites.
Yeah, it's really unnecessary, to be honest. I'm pretty sure it was probably just to make it seem like there was more to the game than there was. To say there's this many shines, even though there's actually
literally, there's 7 levels in the game,
right?
And you have to get 7 of the main shine sprites in each of them, and then I think like one more, and then it unlocks the final level.
Yeah, it's 7 in each.
Yeah. There's also not a ton of variety in the levels. I guess that's kind of like one of my like little complaints about the game is just there's not. I mean, okay, yeah, you don't have to have an ice level in every video game. You don't have to always have a fire level. And there's a fire level at the very end. That's the last sort of
fucking
area.
Brutal.
Yeah, that's rough. It's to say the least. That's a rough level. But I mean, it's at some point it's like, but I kind of want like an ice level. Like I don't know. I guess it didn't make sense with the setting, I suppose. But
yeah.
I thought the theme park idea was really great, though. That's a fun.
Yeah.
That's a fun level.
Yeah, that could definitely
That
been fleshed out more too. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
But
maybe just one more level would have probably been satisfying because I don't know. There was 2 or 3 beach levels that all kind of felt the same. But the harbor was cool. I really liked the harbor, and the haunted mansion was fun too.
Oh well, that was the one, the Sierra Beach or
Sienna Beach.
Yeah. The one that has there's a casino level. There's one where you have to spray the.
That was kind of annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, where you have the first one. Yeah. The first where you spray them individually. That's easy. The second one is completely random because it spins all 3. And then the third part where you have to spin the reveal the picture. Oh my god!
Never mind. That was super annoying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Completely accurate with your shots, or you're gonna shit's gonna get flipped around and
flipping the panels was really annoying. The whole part where when you're fighting King Boo, everything is just up to random chance how long it's gonna take.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you need to have him reveal the fruit, throw a pepper in his mouth, and then throw another one at him.
Okay, so there were some parts of that level that were really great. The concept itself was a good idea.
Yeah,
execution maybe not so much.
Yeah, to be honest, that was probably my least favorite level. Just because it was kind of like, just the design, especially when I was playing it when I was younger, it was just kind of confusing. Just how you jump up into the ceiling, it leads you all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because you can discover different areas by going through all these random places, but then it's also just, illogical. You'd never think to do that sometimes, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, Sunshine's good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been playing a little more Simpsons Hit and Run.
Ooh.
Right, one more thing.
One more thing?
What?
With how much praise Super Mario 3D World is getting... I'm just kind of scared that we're never going to get, another Mario Sunshine kind of game.
Yeah, I'm a little scared about that, too, actually, to be honest. I really... People want that, I think 3D World is great, and it has its place, and I think, it's a laudable Mario game. It looks very fun. People saying it's just great, but...
Yeah, but there's just something missing there.
There's just something... there's a little something missing. You can't help but feel that, I think. It's, yeah. I mean, I love my more open-ish worlded, action, platforming games like Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64. Give me games like that again.
So awesome to explore a whole new HD world and
right.
Completely new environment. It's so unique and standalone like Mario Sunshine was. We don't need a Mario Galaxy 3.
Right.
We need a whole new world, but. Then when you look at it from Nintendo's perspective, it doesn't even make sense to do that because it's got to take so much more time and effort to make a game like that.
Yeah.
when you can just make a game like Mario 3D World with little short bursts of
Of
gameplay.
awesome creativity. Like, don't get me wrong, I
Yeah.
think Galaxy was some of the, like, I think I hold
Well, yeah,
Galaxy and Galaxy 2 in almost as high regard as I hold Mario 64. Because those
yeah.
games just blew my mind when they first
I
came
still
out.
need to play Galaxy 2.
Oh,
Galaxy 2 especially, like, what they did, like, every single level was something new. Every single level was something creative that you weren't expecting. Like, they did so much with that game. Like, it's just incredible to me.
it's one of my favorite games of all time, Galaxy 2.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And Galaxy 1, even when that was first happening, I just remember just being stunned by how good it looked. For being just a Wii game,
Hmm.
I just remember like being blown away by the music and the just flying around in space. I mean, like as
I mean,
cheesy
the
as it
first
sounds, it's
Galaxy,
just super cool.
playing that game it blew my mind. That was one of the first games I got from my Wii. That and the Smash Brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I consider the Galaxies in the same category as Sunshine, and then it had that whole world to explore, several worlds to explore.
right.
And then we have Mario 3D World, Mario 3D Land, all the new Super Mario Bros. Games where they're all just like, you can just tell they're different from the other ones.
Right, as small as the Comet Observatory and the Mario Starship were to explore, it was still
Yeah.
fun to goof around in that hub world. Like I
Yeah.
just there'd be times where I'd just be like, I'm gonna chill out for a little bit and just like run around and goof off. Like I love doing that.
Oh, it'd be so awesome if they even went back even more with Sunshine and made a huge hub world like that.
Oh yeah,
Imagine the
Yeah.
extent they could do that with the Wii U and how
It'd
and
be-
like a whole HD hub and everything.
yeah, man.
Uh,
Oh man. Yeah,
They've got the
Simpsons hit and
potential.
run.
They've got the potential to do it.
yeah, but they don't need to do it.
Yeah. I wish they would though. That's the thing.
People won't stop buying the new Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario 3D World games, and even though we all say this, but then we all buy them anyway. But
Exactly. Yeah.
that's how they get you.
hmm
And then people praise them and love them, even though they're disappointed every time. Yeah,
But
they
yeah,
love them once
Yeah,
they
but
play
they're,
them.
but they're like, but they're still, but it's so good. So it's like, I don't like more of the same, but I do like more of the same. It's like a weird
Yeah.
dualistic mentality that we have.
Just
so.
like how so many people in the community like bash on Call of Duty, yet you still see like people you wouldn't think would get it. They still get the game.
Right.
So
Well, speaking of Call of Duty, Nick, are you done games you've been playing? I guess?
Almost.
Okay.
Yeah, playing a little bit of Simpsons Hit and Run. That
Oh
game.
yeah.
Oh, that's so fun. You would usually think licensed games suck.
Right.
I mean, Simpsons Road Rage was pretty much a Crazy Taxi clone. I mean, I played the hell out of that. And then you got stuff like the Simpsons game was really good. Bart like the first Simpsons game I ever played was Bart versus Space Mutants,
I'm so sorry.
and the controls are crippled.
Yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry you had
The
to.
fact that because one button you use your inventory, another button's jump, you have to hit select to switch the inventory, and then you have to press A and B at the same time to do a super jump.
Weird stuff.
Yeah, but this game, I mean, it's funny. Every level, they kind of repeat in a way with a different theme because I think like 1, 7, and 4 are the same. 2 and 2 and 5, 2 and 6, 3 and 6 are the same. 2 and 5 are the same, and then 4 is something else, I think. But they all it kind of leads up into Halloween. The last level is a big treehouse of horror themed stage.
Can't you basically just drive around almost the entirety of Springfield?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that was when that game first came out. That was when my brother was like, which I really need to go do this myself, but he was like on a really big Simpsons kick at the time. Like it was like, he'd watched the first 8 seasons or whatever, multiple times, maybe first 10 seasons, like multiple times through, and Yeah, and he was just like super interested. He's like going through the whole of Springfield, like that's just like the coolest thing, like that you could go and do something like that. And yeah, I mean, like I would have enjoyed watching him play that. So yeah, I need to do that. I need to go watch Simpsons sometime, all of them, all like at least up to season 7.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's some good ones in 8 though. Like Homer's Enemy was a really good episode in season 8.
yeah, so maybe 10. 10's about
Yeah.
10's about that was the last kind of. There was some, like I was actually reading about it and finding like what people were saying what was sort of like the beginning of the end. Well, sort of. I mean, it's been going on for what 25 seasons almost now, or whatever.
Yeah, we're 25. It's been around for over almost 25 years.
Yeah. So, but there was one episode where it was like, I don't remember if it was in season 8 or 9, or maybe it was in 7. But it was when one character it turned out was an imposter or something.
That
It was like a super controversial episode because it was like
It was the Skinner one.
yeah, it was Skinner was like was an imposter or something.
Yeah, it was Armin Tamzarian. I want to say 8.
Yeah, and people like were really pissed off about that because it was basically like they'd established this character and gotten to know him over the years, and then they just kind of were like, whatever, we'll just make up this funny story about him. But then I don't even think Matt Groening really liked that idea. Like, I don't think he was behind that. So, yeah, I don't know. So it was interesting. I was just reading up on that and seeing like how everyone kind of got all up in arms about that, and that was interesting because I wasn't aware of it at the time. I was like a little kid, so. But
But yeah, like every level in Hit and Run opens up with like a newspaper article, and the first one it's a big one. The Homer, like he's about ready to puke, and it says, "Local man ruins hot dog eating contest, disqualified for vomiting." And there's like a sub headline that says 90% of video games start with an easy tutorial level.
nice.
So you go through like the first mission is just a basic tutorial, and you go around. There's like 7 like collector's cards in each stage to find that have some item that has to do with this show. So there's like Homer's homemade football. There's the Insanity Pepper. There's oh man, I'm trying to remember them all, but like they're good. It's a lot of fun. Like go around and find them, and to go around and just destroy just like random things because there's all these crates of coins that you have to find. There's all these like bumblebee like cameras that are spying on everybody. So you take those and you really have to, because there are certain items you have to buy. Like in the first one, you have to buy Barney's Plow King truck to take out Smithers before he can get to Mr. Burns and tell him you're late for work or something. So it all loops into the end. And like the last 3 missions are pretty much the same thing. You're basically just delivering this toxic payload to the UFO. Because like I said, it's a whole like Treehouse of Horror stage, so Kang and Kodos make an appearance. But you have to do it increasingly, like I think.
Excuse me?
Hey, hello? You there? Okay, I guess he's gone.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. It's just that something happened there. All of a sudden you cut out. So
Yeah, so you really have to know. Yeah. Oh man. So you really have to know the shortcuts, and especially those last ones, to even make it there in time. It's a good game. It was a Christmas gift about 10 years ago, so it is one of my favorite games. Definitely one of my favorite Simpson games. And kind of going to that whole thing about licensed games sucking, did you see the recent AVGN episode?
Nope.
I have not seen it yet.
Oh my god. I don't want to spoil it, but the ending. Holy fucking shit.
There was I saw an episode, what was the last episode I saw? I think it was the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure episode.
Oh.
That was a great ending of that one too.
Oh yeah.
Because he hadn't done a lot of his AVGN-isms throughout most of the episode. So he like goes off screen and then he comes back and then he has like a whole slew of them and it's like the funniest thing. It was great.
So it's like, oh yeah. Well, the AV one where he reviews the AVGN games.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet either.
That one's good.
Okay.
Yeah, he reviews the AVGN adventures, and I watch it and like you see the whole game. The last stage you unlock is the LJN level, Laughing, Joking, Numbnuts, and the final boss is Fred Fox. Oh my god. That game, oh man, it's so good. It's brutal. It's hard. It's brutal, but oh, it's so good. And speaking of, I finished Rocket Knight Adventures. I did it on the easiest difficulty, only to find out to get the real ending, you have to play it on the harder difficulty.
Well, of course.
Yeah, one of those fucking games.
Yeah, it would figure, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and here's the thing, it gets harder. To play it on hard, you get 1 life, no continues, and 1 hit deaths.
Ugh.
So I'm like, fuck that. I don't know what's been going on with the Gents Challenge. I haven't heard anything about. It's like there's like hasn't been any updates.
No.
It basically said, you know what? I've already beat the game once. I'm taking it, and I'm done with this Gents Challenge.
Yeah, I'm hard at work on mine. I'll go into that and when I get to my part. But yeah, there hasn't been a lot of updates from anyone.
Yeah.
You know, I guess it's just kind of more, you know, more showing that, you know, that our forum's kind of in a drought right now, which is a little unfortunate.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's around Christmas, so it's understandable. But
Oh, it's been doing it for a while, though.
yeah, it's been in a drought all fall. So, but
yeah, like I said, I picked up a Perfect Dark Zero, that limited edition for I think $8 in a pawn shop. Because they have games there for 3 for $20. The other one I got was the episodes from Liberty, GTA 4 episodes from Liberty City combo, and I can't get that one to work. So I'm just gonna because he showed the disc was like really scratched up and said, you know, I'll take it, and then if it's not working, he said I can come back and exchange it, so I'll end up doing that. But yeah, Perfect Dark Zero, I think wasn't it a launch title?
yes,
Or like, yeah, it was a launch title for the 360, and I'm not too far into it, but I like it. I've never played a Perfect Dark game, so.
it's super crappy multiplayer.
Oh, the multiplayer's complete garbage.
Well, I've seen footage of it online, and it's goofy looking. I think it was just like because Perfect Dark had a lot of great multiplayer game modes in it, and like you know, the original on the N64, you know, because it was made by Rare, so yeah. it would have a lot of that. So my cat wants to come in. Well, I'll be right there, Luther. But I've just seen cause there's there's this weird dive thing, like a diving roll. It's really silly to see other people do it. But yeah. Yeah, I gotta go let my cat in. You might be able to hear him. But all right, I'll be right back.
So,
Keep going.
Nick,
And the last game I've been playing is Sonic Generations.
ooh,
Yeah, I decided to do a whole new file and just play through the game again. And I'm actually going through and trying to S rank all the levels and beat all the challenges. And it's
Nice.
funny, I've had too many problems with S ranking the levels, because as long as you know the layout and you're quick enough and you don't take too many hits.
mm-hmm.
But man, it's so fun. I almost want to pick up the 3DS version just to check out, because there's exclusive levels on there that aren't on the 360 on the console version. So
Yeah. How'd you like that special gift added in there?
oh jeez, the Barbie game. Yeah, there's a gay gift right there. Unfortunately, when I was recording, because I was doing it on my phone, the memory ran out, so it cut out. So I had to. So there's it's in 4 different parts, because the my memory ran out. So I had to clear out everything that was on my phone, onto my computer, all my pictures and video, and then just finished it. But yeah, I kind of knew from where it was coming from that it was you, and it just it became more obvious when it was the Zelda. We threw in Twilight Princess. That was another clue. And then it just became obvious when I looked at the behind the Sonic 3 card. That's actually my only complete Genesis game too. The other two I just have. I haven't. Yeah, the other two I have box and manual are Rocket Knight Adventures and Shadow of the Beast.
Nice.
So.
Oh yeah, so that Simpsons episode was the principal and the pauper. Bring it back.
We're past
to
the Simpsons.
Yeah, I know. I looked it up, and Matt Groening has gone on record saying that it's one of his least favorite episodes, and he also calls it a mistake. So yeah, he doesn't even like it. And the voice of Principal Skinner, Harry Shearer, said about it, "That's so wrong." So, the whole story of it. So you can tell that there's a little bit of resistance even with the. But yeah, controversial episode. Cool beans.
So anything else?
That does it for me.
All right.
Setting a new record is no. No, that wasn't that long. But.
So Chrono Link 9 Cole. Chrono Link.
Yeah, hi.
Cole Link
I've been.
9.
I'm trying to do my Cole voice, but I can't really. I don't know.
That's pretty accurate right there.
Yeah, was it pretty good? Okay. I have been playing all kinds of stuff the past few months. I've gotten pretty. Excuse me. I've gotten pretty good at. A friend of mine at school is really big Call of Duty. Not the multiplayer, but the zombies mode. He's really, really good at it, and he wanted to play it with me, and so we started up, and I was awful at first, but I've gotten to be pretty good at it, if I do say so myself. Not as good as he is, obviously, still, but we get pretty far together in each level. I haven't done anything crazy like being able to do the Easter egg in each level, because you basically need 4 players in order to do that on most of them.
To listen to some Avenged Sevenfold song or something?
No. Those are actually, he activates those on every level. He knows how to do that. Like, but
you always have a freaking song every zombie's name.
You know it. Yeah, but the Easter eggs on every level require you to,
with the stones and stuff.
Rats. So in the,
I know there's one that does that.
I'm trying to think in one of them you have to kill George A. Romero. That's in the Call of the Dead map, where you're playing as like Sarah Michelle Gellar and a bunch of like your friggin' Danny Trejo. Yeah, and that one you actually have to kill him, which you basically can't do. You have to have like a certain weapon, which is like a rare drop in the box. So you have to box, and you have to get this specific weapon, and then you have to shoot him like a lot with it. And there's not like tons of ammo in the gun to begin with, so you have to do that. That's not easy. Trying to think of like another one what you'd have to do, and another one you have to like. I don't know. It's like really so complicated and so far along. You have to be so far along that like we haven't even come close to really achieving it. Like you really have to have 4 players in order to do a lot of them, or just be perfect basically, which neither of us are. So,
oh, that's lame.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, he kind of does. I think my friend Josh kind of has a god complex. So, it's a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun with that game. Of course, I played through the campaign too of Black Ops. This is just Black Ops 1. And great campaign, like really great. I'm not really super interested in the Modern Warfare plots, like to be honest, but the Black Ops plot was really, really interesting. So I really liked that. I heard Black Ops 2 kind of just goes off the rails, but it's still okay at the same time.
I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, I still haven't finished either of the Black Ops campaigns.
First one's super good. Really, really good. I like how it tied into World at War too. Like one of the like your Russian friend is in Black Ops 1 is like the guy that helped you throughout World at War in the Russian part of the campaign. Yeah. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I beat the campaign of Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, but none of the other ones yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm just not really interested in the plots of those for whatever reason. Like, I saw like the end of the first Modern Warfare, and I thought that was kind of like an interesting twist of it. You know, where like the nuke goes off and everything, and but I don't know. Like the other ones, just it's just seeming like they're just trying to go way too over the top about everything. You know, you've got like no Russian in Modern Warfare 2, and then you've got. I think isn't there something where you're supposed to be like shooting like a kid or something in Modern Warfare 3 or something like that. You know, they try to top it, and then there's like the Eiffel Tower like exploding or something. And I was just like,
campaign. That was in the ending of the campaign where you end up hanging Makarov by a steel cable from a helicopter. It's like, why? Oh wait, that's right. Like Peter was bitching about Iraq getting killed in Battlefield.
Oh yeah,
that's what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess Black Ops 2 was similarly like super ridiculous. But I like I kind of like the whole. Well, I mean, I like that whatever the friggin' character's name is in the Russian guy in Black Ops. Like he's like the best character that the Call of Duty games have ever, in my opinion, have ever had. Screw Soap McTavish. You know, so like, I think he shows up again a little bit in Black Ops 2. So I'm kind of interested in playing it. It's ridiculous and like as it is supposed to be. Like you're supposed to be like riding on horses and, but I guess there's some like non-linearity and multiple endings in that one. So that's kind of interesting. But, so yeah, Black Ops 2 zombies, or Black Ops 1 zombies. He's saying that over break, he might bring Black Ops 2 to school, so we might be playing some of that. He hasn't gotten nearly as good at those maps as he has on the on the first Black Ops, so that'll be fun to try to, you know, figure the ins and outs of some of the levels in that. So yeah, a lot of fun with that. We've had just like lots of, you know, a lot of time just talking and playing that game, making fun of each other, and it's great fun. As I said earlier, Deadly Premonition, playing a lot of that. You know, I played through the whole game, as I said, with an audience. Not a very big audience, but an audience nonetheless. More people than watch me play video games most of the time. I played through Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Holy crap. Oh my. That game was great. Like really, I can't say enough good things about that game. It was very, very impressive. Very good. Voice acting was atrocious, and I loved every minute of it. So much so that, well, I don't know. I guess I'll bring this up now. I've also, one thing that's been keeping me busy this semester has been a radio show that I'm actually been doing with a friend of mine. What was that?
Plug.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug, yes. I mean, I talked about it on both podcasts before we both went on our respective hiatuses. And yeah, that's been going pretty well. I don't think we really have many, if any, listeners at all. But we've been having a lot of fun with it. You know, talking about video games and anime. That kind of jazz.
Have you been having more fun there than here?
I can't really say because I haven't been having fun here. I mean, I mean, I kind of have to censor myself on the radio because I go to a Christian college, so I can't really say a lot of stuff that I'd say in conversation or with you guys or even in my dorm.
Yeah.
So I can't really do that, which is a little unfortunate. But yeah, we've been having a lot of fun doing it though. The real problem with it is that we only have 30 minutes. And you know how long-winded we are.
Yeah. Damn time limits.
Yeah, seriously. So yeah, that's been kind of a bummer because we've wanted to talk about like a lot more. We've wanted to go into we wanted to do some like special segments on let's talk about this, like over-sexualization of characters in anime and video games. Like we wanted to talk about that, but we couldn't we can't because we don't have any time. We barely have enough time to squeeze in news maybe topic of the week.
You almost just make a list of games that do that. Like Bayonetta was one of them.
Oh yeah,
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Well, see, yeah, and and it would be interesting because to get that perspective out to people that don't think about video games in that way or just naysay about it. Get it to a group of people that'd be like, huh, I never thought about it that way before. So we wanted to talk about that, from actual people who play video games, but we haven't had a chance to. But we're thinking about. I've talked with him, and we're actually thinking about maybe in the future, after I graduate, and in the future we might continue it in podcast form. So there's a third podcast. This one where I'm kind of the head this time though. So. On this one.
Well, that's a change.
You'll run that shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been
I get
fun.
so much head, it's not even funny.
What?
Huh?
I did not know that about you, Zach. I have missed that, certainly. But yeah, it's been good. We're actually gonna record a Christmas special via Skype, so we'll see how that goes.
Freaking copycat! We're the only one who does Christmas special.
That's right. No one else can ever do any Christmas specials except for the Hey Listen video game.
Hey Listen video game podcast.
That's right. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's been fun though. It's a fun little thing. But yeah, how that ties into Castlevania is because I started our Halloween episode. By coming in doing what is a man? A miserable pile of little secrets.
Oh,
we didn't even have a Halloween
that
episode.
Horrible voice acting.
Oh, it's so awful. It's awesome. I love it.
So bad it's good.
It is.
It
is so bad it's good. Especially Richter Belmont. He's probably the worst. He's like, you steal men's souls and use them as slaves. It's just like, what are you doing? It's good. Yeah, so it's been fun doing that. So yeah, Castlevania, I played through that game. Pokemon Y. Yeah, Pokemon. I haven't beaten it yet, actually.
You know what? You don't even want to know. I haven't even played that game in 8 years, so.
That's kind of impressive, because it just came out a couple months ago.
I know, yeah, I just, went back in time, just placed the game there, played it a little bit, and then just, went back here.
Okay.
So.
That's cool.
With the system and the charger and
Yeah.
and go back 8 years.
Just so I could say I haven't played it for 8 years.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so it's that game is probably, I want to say, the best Pokemon game, since the second gen.
Whoa, big words, man.
Yeah, I never really got super into Ruby and Sapphire. I don't really have many great
Same.
things to say about them. I actually really like 5th gen. I know a lot of people don't like that one. Or they didn't. At the very least, they didn't like the first Black and White. I did. I dug them quite a bit. But
I fell out of it that generation. I got the 8 badges, but I never finished it.
But yeah, this game is fantastic. Really has, to me, has kind of revitalized Pokemon, because it's kind of been even Black and White. There was still some innovation in it, but it was kind of samey still. it was the first like original fresh Pokemon experience I'd had since I played the original Gold and Silver because I bought the remakes of those games. But then this one was the first one I'd been playing at launch. Day one, I was playing this game, getting involved online. It's been a lot of fun. The online aspects, while really great, I think they have some improvements that they can do. But as a first
Oh yeah,
as a first step, really great.
yeah,
Really really admirable effort as for a first online
definitely.
attempt. Yeah, really enjoying it. I haven't beaten it. I actually put it down for a while because I was playing and beating A Link Between Worlds, which I want to say that, and I do not say this lightly, A Link Between Worlds is the best Zelda game since Ocarina of Time. Um, it's almost flawless. Actually, I don't even know if there is a major flaw to be had with the entire game. It it is just I was stunned the whole time playing it. The world, it's basically like you take the A Link to the Past map, make it in, re-render it, make it in 3D, and then change stuff around everywhere, and you get this game. I mean, the overworld of this game, anyways. Add in a lot of classic mechanics from A Link to the Past, so you have like multiple sword levels. Like you can upgrade your sword a few times. You've got, all the classic items as well as a bunch of new ones, which are really great. Some of the best dungeon design in the entire series. Some puzzles that actually had me scratching my head a while, which doesn't happen often anymore. And yeah, it's just great. And I actually, for once, I think some people were a little down on the fact that it's
Low roll.
well, yeah, low rule. Okay. Well, before the game came out, I was a little concerned because first of all, they announced that the alternate world in this game, it's not just the Dark World. It was actually, it's not, the Dark World in the Link to the Past was like the Dark Sacred Realm. Essentially, it was the
Yeah.
reflection. There was the reflection of Ganon's heart. In this game, it's actually a completely different parallel world to Hyrule. That's called, wait for it, Lorule. Yeah. Really stupid name.
Why?
I don't know why. I still don't really know why, but you get used to it though. Honestly, I kind of was just rolling with the punches after a while because story
Low
actually
rolling.
is story like the older Zeldas and actually still kind of like the new ones. Story is kind of has a backseat role in this game, and I actually really really liked that. Zelda's always been about the gameplay first. Yeah.
So you'd say it had a low roll?
Yes, you could say that, oh pun master. Man, ladies and gentlemen,
Gamester 81.
Gamester 81 somehow has joined us.
What do you got? A signed copy of his book?
So his pun book. He should. He really needs to make a pun book.
Oh my god, that'd be epic.
It'd be great. I'd buy it.
I'd be in line for that shit day one.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But yeah, story had a low roll in this one, and it was actually it was okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of blanked there for a sec. But yeah,
I thought you cut out. What was that?
yeah, I don't know. It was weird. It was like my
Nice.
words got caught in my mind.
Nice. I just imagine you looking at a wall, just like
Kind
mouth
of.
open.
That kind of was exactly what just happened, actually. Yeah, but it was good. Still, it was still a really engaging story, and there's like a really big twist at the end that is really cool.
Whoa, I love twists.
Yeah, twists are great. Actually, there's like
man.
2 in a row, which is really really great. It felt like a honest to goodness throwback to A Link to the Past, but it did so much new in it that so much new stuff and interesting things with the formula that it didn't feel like it was just like, hey, it's a Link to the Past 2, but it felt like, a really fresh experience that they hadn't done in a long time. They really hadn't done any, a Zelda game in that vein in years. They haven't done that in like 10, 15 years. So,
Well, I mean, I'm sure how it looks amazing because I remember playing the Ocarina of Time 3D, and that was the first time I'd ever went through that game, and it looked amazing on the 3DS.
oh yeah, that game is, the best that game's ever looked. Yeah. But this, the whole top down, especially like the 3D in this game, like, man, people playing this on a 2DS are missing out. Like,
Oh yeah.
because the 3D is actually really, really helpful. To me, it was helpful in some puzzles actually because
Yeah.
there are some.
Technically, we all have a 2DS, but you just have to turn the 3D off.
That's right. Okay, that's true.
They released a whole new. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, like I understand it for because I have some friends that don't really give two rips about the 2DS. I mean, they don't give two rips about the 3D. I mean, so they were like, yeah, I mean, I'd get a 3DS, for cheaper, whatever, so there's that market.
I mean, it doesn't even fold either. It's like a big tablet. That's what bugs me.
It's weird, yeah. But I mean, for like little kids and for people who don't care about the 3D, I can understand. There's definitely a market for it. So, but in any case, yeah, I still think that they'd be missing out in this because it's helpful in puzzles and stuff. Like there'll be things on top of or underneath platforms that is like really, it's helpful for like plane recognition, like understanding what plane each platform is on. Like this is ground floor, this is a little above that, and that's above that even. So it's really useful for that kind of thing. Just a solid game through and through. I put it down again. I was actually considering going straight, like after beating it, going right into hero mode, which I think is enemies cause double damage, which is going to be interesting because a lot like A Link to the Past, when you come in contact to enemies in the Dark World or Lorule, they do a lot of damage, like 2 hearts worth or 4 hearts worth at a time. So, which I loved because this is also the first Zelda game in a very long time where, okay, I guess I did die a few times in Skyward Sword because again they upped the difficulty on combat, but this is still like I'm finding dying in a Zelda game to be exciting again because it actually makes me feel like I have something like to lose. Because before that, I didn't die once in Twilight Princess. I didn't die once in Wind Waker. I hadn't died in any of the handheld games. The Spirit Tracks or Phantom Hourglass, as good as those games were, it was just, it was easy. It was a little too easy. But these have a nice challenge where, you actually have to be being careful about combat, actually having a button to use your shield instead of having it automatically, do it when it locks on like it was in Twilight Princess. That's actually like, wow, like maybe they should do that more. I really, really enjoyed it. Great game.
So, would you say it's better or worse than Ocarina of Time?
I mean, it's impossible for me to judge that just because Ocarina of Time is such a.
Yeah.
I don't think I can ever put anything above that. Like, it's just nostalgia, kind of blinds it a little bit. And that's fine. Like, I don't see why people have a problem with that because I think that's a good thing, I think, in some cases. So, I don't think I can say that, but at the same time, if you're looking for a really, really, really solid Zelda game, like better than that's come out in years, anyone who's ever loved any Zelda game in its entire franchise needs to play this game.
And if you love the CDI Zelda games, you need to be smacked. You cannot do worse than Zelda CDI.
I don't. Yeah. Do any humans actually like that game? Like, maybe some like.
If they do, I do not want to meet them.
Yeah.
I will smack them around. Those games are. Oh my god! I watched James and Mike play on Sonic 06. I now understand why that game is so bad.
Oh, Sonic 06?
Yes.
Oh, I watched Game Grumps play that game.
Oh my god.
Uh,
I have seen the horror that is Sonic 06.
It's pretty
I
good.
remember
horror.
seeing it in stores, and it was like, oh man, I'm glad I never picked it up. Because it is that bad.
The game's not finished. That's its problem.
Exactly.
It's not finished. Like, it's not a finished game. Like I honestly
it's like
think.
Laughing Joke and Numbnuts made it.
Well, see, the thing is, they wanted to get it out for whatever, the 15th anniversary or whatever it was. I think they were rushing it out to get it out for that,
Oh.
and you can tell that they were rushing it out. I mean, awkward human hedgehog relationship aside, like the game is just broken. Like glitches all.
It's utterly broken.
Yeah.
It's, oh my god. And then
Whatever.
it just makes you appreciate something like Sonic Generations that much more.
Yeah, such a good game.
Oh
Generations.
man, I'm gonna try. Like I said, I'm trying to S rank all the levels, beat all the like challenges, and
Right. I did that this summer. A lot of fun.
oh nice.
Yep.
So yeah.
So yeah. Link Between Worlds, huge, great game. Really, really recommend
Yeah.
it. If you
Seems-
haven't got it yet, do it immediately. Like, do it as soon as you can. Really, it's just you won't be just like you. Okay, maybe you'll be disappointed, but I don't know what's wrong with you. I guess I'll just say that.
It seems really awesome, and I'm glad that they did this for Zelda fans because it seemed kind of like
Mm-hmm.
a fan like.
Yeah, they tend to
Love.
I mean, Mario's gotten rehashed. The new Super Mario Brothers and
Hmm.
stuff like that, and the fact that they redid A Link to the Past, arguably one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as good as Mario 3, but
Yeah.
I saw
I don't know
the-
about
the,
that, buddy. But
I did see the Smooth McGroove acapella of the athletic theme from Mario.
yeah, I
I
posted.
saw you
out-
posted that.
Yeah, that's my.
Oh my
that's-
god.
Dude, that's one of my favorite pieces of video game music ever. Like that and Kakariko Village, like those are really really close to my heart right there. Like I love Athletic. Like I don't know what it is about it.
Anything that has to do with Mario 3. It's the
Yeah,
win.
it's great music.
Hmm.
I'm not sure what it is about Athletic though. Like I've just really really always loved that theme. Yep.
I mean, with as many levels that's in that game, I mean, you see music. You end up really getting used to that music because it plays so much.
That's the one. That's the one that always plays during the moving levels. The auto scrolling.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
ultimately, maybe you'd like. I know one of my brothers really actually doesn't like that music because of that. He's like, I'd always die when like those levels happened, and then
Oh,
my
man.
other brother would like make fun of him the whole time, like singing a song along with the music, so he doesn't like it. But
I'm in a store and I'm singing.
But when you get to the fight with Bowser at the end, when that music changes, it's like, holy shit.
But
I
I'm
remember when I
here now,
Got up to Bowser, that music was like, okay,
Daddy.
shit just got real.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
have you been watching Elf recently, Zach?
We were watching that in school today.
Really?
My AP government class, we watched that.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with economics and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Government.
He just like said at the beginning, he was like, can we all agree that Santa Claus is a socialist?
So, apparently, Santa Claus is like Obama, according to the GOP.
Santa Claus in ancient Obama. That's going on though. Okay.
Oh, man. I just
Anyways,
saw a top 10 of like the top Will Ferrell moments, and that one's on there. That movie Elf.
oh yeah.
Number 1 was more cowbell
Oh.
from
Oh
SNL.
yeah. Oh, of course.
Speaking of Will Ferrell, I need to see Anchorman 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah, so do I.
And that came
I actually
out
just
like,
watched Talladega Nights too.
uh-huh.
That was one of the. I got a stack of DVDs in a pawn shop. They were like $1 or $2 each. I got like the Mick Foley Greatest Hits and Misses DVD, and that's when I picked up 21 and Talladega Nights and Dodgeball.
As long as we're naming Will Ferrell movies, I'm just gonna say Blades of Glory for no reason at all.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't,
that one.
yeah,
I saw that one a few months ago. Saw it on TV.
not a big fan of that one.
I feel
I'm
like
not
not many
actually-
people are, but
I'm not actually really a big fan of Talladega Nights, to be honest. Like, I like parts of it though, like the prayer scene.
Little baby Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dear sweet Lord, baby Jesus.
Oh my God.
It's
I
like-
mean,
I like-
it's so crazy.
I like to think of Jesus with these big old eagle wings. And he's wearing like a tuxedo T-shirt, so you know he's yeah, you know he's formal, but he's not afraid to have fun.
Oh my God. That movie's so good.
wait, so I
Dodgeball's
learned-
really funny too. Like the scene, it's like the ultimate like sports movie parody.
No dodge.
Because like right at the end where the three judges decide whether to let them play or not, one of them is Chuck Norris. Like the most random Chuck Norris appearance, and he gives him the thumbs up. It's like, thank you, Chuck Norris. It's great.
So I also learned in my
Good
government
helper.
class that apparently when Will Ferrell and some of the actors when they were filming Elf, they were like kind of annoyed when they were filming it because they really wanted to be filming Anchorman 2. Like apparently that was supposed to be happening around then, but they decided to do that later and they decided to do Elf instead, so they weren't sure they were going to do Anchorman 2. And they were just annoyed when they were filming that movie.
Interesting.
It's just hard to imagine.
Yeah, especially because they do a pretty good job making it
Yeah.
oodles of fun.
Alright, so you have anything else there?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I already said Pokemon Y. Chrono Cross. That's what I've been playing for my Gents Challenge. It's been pretty off and on over the past few months. I played like 3 hours last night, and I'm finally starting to actually like get somewhere. I'm like 20 hours in, but
Good job.
but yeah, I like. Game is fantastic. Like I'm loving it. Especially like speaking of twists earlier, there was a big twist that just happened that I didn't see coming.
Huh.
So that's kind of interesting developments in the plot. But
Good job.
yeah,
I'm supposed to be playing Chrono Trigger.
for your challenge,
Yeah.
what's wrong with you? Why aren't you playing it?
Some people say that like I was dropped on my head as a child.
What?
What?
I love Chrono Trigger, and I mean, I picked up the
I have no
DS
problem.
version. Love it.
Oh yeah, the DS version is great.
I have no problems with Chrono Trigger. I ain't got no beef, but
You're just not playing it.
I'm just a slacker in everything, anytime possible.
Yeah. I mean, like, I slacked too. I mean, whenever I had the chance to play a game, I'd either be playing, like, I was playing zombies with my friend Josh, or, or
Yeah.
playing Pokemon or Link Between Worlds. Like, I had a lot of homework. I mean, like, despite the fact that I had a lesser, as I said earlier, like, I did have a lesser load, but I still found myself pretty busy, like, a lot of the time, just because I'd be hanging out with people or watching anime instead of playing games.
Yeah, and the market's just so flooded now, where there's just like way too many games coming out to
Yeah,
keep
like-
track of.
I got some. I mean, I got some fucking WWE 2K14 DLC to pick up. I need to get the season pass.
Right. I bought for my birthday. I bought myself what was it? Killer's Dead, the special edition, limited edition of that. Well, I haven't even touched it. Like, I played Deadly Premonition, so I was playing that instead of Chrono Cross at other times. So yeah, I just didn't really. There were times I just didn't really feel like playing it, but now I really want to finish it now, and especially because of that new twist that just happened, the fact that I'm really getting a hang of the battle system finally after being really confused by it for a long time. I'm really, really looking forward to finishing the game now. As I'm building up to sort of the end of the first disc, I think.
How many
it'll
discs is that game?
only 2.
Oh, it's 2 discs. Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting because it was like one of the later games released for the PlayStation, but and graphically it looks pretty great. So it's kind of interesting that they were able to sort of hold back. I don't think it's. I read somewhere where it's not actually super long. I have been taking my time in some places where I'll just leave it paused, where I'm like looking at a guide to try to figure out how was this battle mechanic like. In the battle system is like I found later isn't as complicated as I was thinking it was. Like I don't know, it really like was throwing me for a loop just because I couldn't quite wrap my mind around it for whatever reason. But
here we go, loop-de-loo.
Loop.
Here we
yes.
go, loop-de-lie.
So, anyways, I finally
Hmm.
sort of gotten my head around it. It's only supposed to be like 35 hours or something. It's shorter. It's not short necessarily, but it's shorter, kind of like how Chrono Trigger is. Not exactly the longest JRPG out there, unlike the huge epics that Final Fantasy and the Tales games tend to be. So I've been taking sort of my time with it.
Tales of Vesperia.
Dude, Tales of Vesperia, love that game. And that's one thing. I got my
It's a thing.
my figure. I got a figure of friggin' what's his name? Damn it. Not Flynn. The Flynn Shifo figure came out a while ago. No, it's the. Why can't I think? Raven. There we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a figure of him, and it's super cool, and I'm really
Raven's the man.
happy to have it. Yeah, Raven was my favorite character, and I couldn't remember his name, which is really bad. Well, I mean, I like Yuri a lot too.
Jesus,
Yuri.
man, get a hold of yourself.
I know. I'm trying. I'm sorry. I mean, Yuri Lowell is probably the best Tales protagonist ever, but I really had a thing for Raven, so he's a great character. So really happy to have that. Other games besides Chrono Cross, though, I don't think so. I think that's about it. I did 100% Final Fantasy 13. Got all the achievements in that. Really happy about that. I like when I got the hardest one is like the accessory. You have to hold every single piece of equipment, like weapon and accessory, which which requires like a lot of money, which is not easy to get in that game. So that was a very stressful, stressful as in I had to collect all this stuff, and the stressful part was me having to equip all that stuff and make sure that I had enough money for everything, and so that part was a little stressful. And like so much so that when I got the achievement, I almost cried. Like I was just so happy that it was done with. So that was all done, and then I got the achievement for beating. You have to beat the final boss with a 5-star rating. So I did that, and it was really great. I'm really glad to have 100% of that. After I beat Chrono Cross, I'm going to start working on Final Fantasy 13-2. We'll see if I can actually 100% that before Lightning Returns comes out. I highly doubt it, but I'll give it my best shot. And I think that's all I can think of. Also, there was one other. Sorry, Zach. You guys, have you played Knights of the Old Republic? Any of those games?
No.
Played a bit of the first one.
Okay. I have the second one, and I've never beaten it. I actually never beat either of them. I came close to beating the first one, but then I got stuck at the end. I discovered through a little bit of research that the second game, which is super glitchy and lots of problems with it, had a mod came out for it called like the Sith Lords Restored Content mod, which basically takes all the information on the disc that was supposed to be in the game, or things that got edited out for whatever reason. It like basically accesses it and makes it all accessible for you, as well as fixing a lot of like little bugs and stuff that the game had with quest logs and things. So it actually makes it, it makes the game like not as broken as it was. and also restores some dialogue options and things. So yeah, that's been a lot of fun. I started doing that a little bit earlier in the semester. I've kind of not done that as much in the past month or so. I kind of haven't played it a lot, but it was fun actually playing the game and like trying to, because I was like trying to remember. I was like, I don't like necessarily remember that part, or like I don't remember that line, and it was great, having like a lot of that stuff happen. So, yeah, it was cool to sort of play that a little bit, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So,
Whoa.
lots of stuff on the.
Oh yeah. So here I am.
Once again.
Yeah. so over the past few months, or I guess, Batsa Brown's online. Oh man, like a couple months ago, I got just like a huge lot of GameCube and some Wii games. They were just my friends that he never used, and he just gave them to me. I had a bunch of licensed games, which a lot of you may know that I have a weird thing with collecting licensed games.
Yeah.
So,
Oh
at that.
God. License games. Okay, that's
Dude, I gave you a quality game.
Yeah, you did. I don't know what. I don't get like. Unless it's a good game, I'm not gonna pick up a licensed game. In fact, I'm almost tempted to. I want to send that. Find another copy of John Elway's Quarterback, and send it to Metal Jesus so he can use it as an "I hate you" trophy.
Yeah. Well, I got so in there were like Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, Ultimate Spider-Man, Shrek the Third, The Ant Bully, Ed, Edd and Eddy, Ben 10 Protector of Earth, Shrek Smash and Crash Racing, SpongeBob SquarePants Revenge of the Flying Dutchman.
Dude, my friend got stuck in that game, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah?
Yeah, he like got to this part where he was like supposed to get like a ticket or something from Larry the lobster, and he just wouldn't give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I've done like everything else. I've like looked around this whole game and I can't do anything. So.
Mm-hmm. Some other games they got in there were Crash Nitro Kart, Mario Power Tennis, Mario and Sonic the Olympic Winter Games, Lego Star Wars 2, which is kind of useless since I have the complete saga, and then Pikmin 2, which is kind of useless since I have it on the Wii.
Hey man, the GameCube version of that's pretty awesome. I mean, and by pretty awesome, I mean it goes for a considerable amount of money.
Yeah, that's why. It's not in great condition, but still, I wanted to own it. Because I've been focusing on collecting the GameCube recently. My collection just boosted up a lot recently.
I wish there were better places for me to look around my area. I just have GameStop's basically isn't carrying GameCubes anymore, so that's kind of a crapshoot now.
I have kind of a feeling that I might have some GameCube games coming in the Secret Santa gift I received.
Ooh.
I'm not sure because they on the forums I remember the Secret Santa asked like what specific GameCube games I wanted. So there's that. Ooh. But yeah, there was a ton of those I still need to play through. I got 102 Dalmatians on the PS1.
Okay.
Someone posted on my backloggery and said apparently they loved that game as a kid or something.
Dude, you know what the game you really need for this collection is?
Yes.
Oh, what is that?
Well, you put me on the spot now. I don't know.
Monsters Inc. Scream Arena.
Yeah.
Do you have that?
Talking about that? No, I don't.
Oh man, that game is so bad.
Yeah, I remember that. And I got since I started, I don't even know if I talked about. Did I talk about how I got into the Back to the Future trilogy and all that?
I don't think so.
Well, yeah, I got the DVD of that, and I saw all three for the first time ever.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you had never seen them before?
Yeah, this summer I watched them all.
Awesome.
And they're amazing.
Yeah,
Back to the Future is possibly my favorite movie of all time now. Very possible. So I got Back to the Future on the NES, which I still want to play. I have no idea what the game's like. I've never watched gameplay.
Oh my god. It's made by Laugh and Joke and Numb Nuts. It's a NES movie license game, so it's gonna suck.
Alright, well, I'm gonna play it.
Oh my god, no. How did LJN get the monopoly on fucking movie license games?
One man's suck is another man's pleasure.
I don't know who liked those games back in the day.
Alright, so, aside from those, there's the amazing, the incomparable Dinky Dana. I mean, The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD. And that is an amazing game, which I'm really definitely going to get back into soon. I made quite some progress on there. It's really awesome, all the fast sale, the quick sale I got. It's definitely an awesome integration. It's cool how many side quests there are. Like, I never really experienced Wind Waker originally. Like, we had it, but I never played through it.
The game is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Not only I've been watching the Game Grumps Let's Play of that,
Yeah.
and that's been fun. Even though as aggravating as it is to watch Aaron play video games at times, but watching that on YouTube doesn't quite capture it. You actually playing it, like over Thanksgiving break on Black Friday, me and my dad went to Best Buy and I was playing it on the display there.
Nice.
And I was just like, I was stunned at how good it looked in action. Like, just,
Oh yeah.
it looks incredible. Like, I can't even describe it. Like, it's like as almost as fresh looking as it looked when you first played it, like back in the GameCube. Like, it looks just like a cartoon came to life.
I mean, it's like even, I think it's even more like, has even more of an impact now than it really did then.
Yeah, and it's just
Just the attention to detail and everything, how crisp everything is, like just the flowing of the hair and just how everything moves more naturally.
Right, it's, just...
And the lighting,
stunning.
the lighting's done so well.
Yeah, the lighting is really, like, that's like the part that, like, that's blew me away probably the most, is just like... The shading and everything on everything was really crazy.
It's kind of like the style of Mario Galaxy, but it gives it like more opportunities to actually show what the lighting will work in, like different shading and stuff. You can actually tell more.
Right, really cool contrast with that stuff. Like, everything has like that kind of shininess about it. You know what I'm saying? But like it's like a sheen, I guess. But yeah, really great.
And I also got Pokemon, and that was really good. But I haven't played it in forever.
Dude, remember that night we all tried to play?
Yep, and it failed miserably. You see, the online is... I really like the system they came up with where you could just go online and wherever. Just like... That was definitely a good idea instead of having to go to the Pokemon Center every time.
Right.
To do anything. This is like less formal. Like you could just like send a random message, give them some little boost of help randomly. You could know when they're online. It was really cool, but then we just couldn't form a match because you need to like. It's just really weird.
Well, we were trying to do a four-way battle essentially, and I tried to get a friend of mine to help out, but he was not. He's kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? He's not really a friend of mine. He's more of an acquaintance. Well, I mean, he's like, I don't even really know how to describe him. He's kind of a recluse-ish, I guess you could say. Like, he's super awkward. He always stays in his room. He never doesn't socialize with anyone. And I mean, I guess that's fine and everything, but like, I'm not really sure why he's paying so much money to go to school every year when basically all he does is sit in his room, play video games, and watch YouTube videos. I mean, I do that too, but at least I do my homework. That
Story of my life.
That kind of has a priority, you know. Getting homework done, excelling on exams. You know, that's kind of the main reason why I'm at school. Plus, I also have a social life, so at least as fragmented as it may, and small as it may be, it still exists. But yeah, so he's kind of a weird character, and he smells really bad. But
Are you kidding me?
no, I'm not.
Oh,
Like,
man.
like he
Just bashing him.
he is a neckbeard. He doesn't have one, but he is like the personification of a neckbeard. He's also a blind Nintendo fanboy, and that might be the
Nice.
reason that I don't. That might be the biggest reason
God.
that. Yeah, like
Is he a believer too?
I don't. As far as I know, I don't think he like. I don't even know if he likes music. I think video game music is the only thing he ever listens to, which is fine. I listen to that a lot of the time too. So, what is it? What was it about him? His roommate, who is a good friend of mine, describes him as, what is it? Willfully ignorant, I think is what he said, or something like that. Willfully closed-minded, I think is what he called him.
Yeah.
Which is
So
basically.
he's blind Nintendo fanboy. Oh, Nintendo's fucking awesome. They can never do no wrong type of, Sega sucks type of deal.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And also, like, if you have an opinion on anything, doesn't really matter what it is, and it's not really his, he's like, yeah, well, that doesn't really, he's basically just like, he's kind of right about it.
Oh yeah. Well, I disregard any opinion that's not mine.
Yeah, right. Isn't that right? Isn't that what you're supposed? Is that's what you're supposed to do, right?
That's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works, right? This is Nintendo related and video game related. One of the first things this year, because he was on my floor last year. I don't think I ever talked to him. Like, he just always stayed in his room, never said a word to anyone.
That's depressing.
Yeah, it was really sad actually. But I wanted to try to get to know him a little bit better this year. So like I hung out in because his roommate's a good friend of mine. So I was hanging out in their room early on in the school year, and I got talking to them, and one of the guys, he was getting all up in arms because he was registering Club Nintendo points, and he couldn't figure out why he couldn't get the Club Nintendo reward. And I was like, well, that's over already, isn't it? And he was like, no. And I was like, yeah, that like the whole registering for like the platinum reward thing at the end of the year, that's done. Like they did that like a couple months ago. He was like, no, like it's in the middle of the year. And I was like, well, Nintendo's fiscal year runs until June, or whatever. And he was like, that doesn't make any sense. And I was like, that's what companies do, like, all the time. Like, Square Enix's fiscal year ends in March. Like, it's different for every company. He's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. And I was like, don't you know anything about economics? Like, that's just like,
Oh my god.
that's just like how businesses do things. Like, they don't have, the end of the year isn't necessarily the end of their fiscal year. Like, when they're wrapping up everything.
100 pennies makes $1. That doesn't make sense.
And I was just like, and so he was like calling Nintendo, and I was like, you don't have to call them. Like, your coins were all registered. What he was trying to do, I remember now. A lot of he was trying to use old coins. I think that he'd stocked up on that thing, even though the deadline had already passed, and I was like, you can't get it after the deadline has passed. And he's like, well, I'm sure they'll make an exception for me. And I'm like, no, they're already out of stock. Like, because he was trying to get the Majora's Mask soundtrack, and I was like, I wanted it too, but like, I didn't have the Nintendo coins for it. I didn't get a platinum status.
I think I ordered that. Like, it's gonna come in sometime in the next 10 years. That's how that works.
Eventually
It comes in. Yeah, so I told, so I was like, maybe they'll do. He's like, well, maybe they'll do it again next year, and I was like, yeah, don't count on it. They've never reissued like
Womp womp.
stuff like that. And then he was like, no, I bet they will. And I was just like getting so like aggravated. I was like, this isn't like, And then my friend was like, he's like, just don't even. It's not even worth it. But I still kept going for some stupid reason.
You want to put your money where your mouth is, son?
my god.
I should have
right now.
I should have bet. I should have because I should have made him owe me money. That would have been great. Yeah.
It just
So that
happens
was.
to be the 1 year where they repeat a reward.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 1 year.
Yeah,
The one year they do that.
It probably would happen.
No, he's gonna be like, "No, you're the stupid one."
And then I'd be like, oh geez, he'd never. And then
It's like when Stewie was a bookie and Brian made a bet on Tyson being Carol Channing in celebrity boxing. And Channing whoops Tyson's ass. So, it's the episode where Peter ends up on the New England Patriots, and then he screws it up and ends up playing for the England Silly Nannies or some insanely horrible British team.
oh yeah, that's with like the Shapoopy.
Yeah, the big
I love
Shapoopy
that.
number.
That's
With
I
the
love
guy
that.
standing at the urinals dancing. Oh god, that's
Speaking
such a good
of which,
episode.
You're
hashtag R.I.P. Brian. Hashtag bring back Brian. Hashtag welcome back Brian.
pound.
Oh my
RIP.
god. I saw that. I didn't even see the episode. Some idiot it was recommending me the clip on YouTube, and I thought it was Brian dies, because you see kind of like fake shit like that all the time, but it was from the episode, and then I saw like the extended part where he's in the hospital and he dies, and now he's back.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Seth
I knew
MacFarlane
that was
said-
going to happen. I knew that was going to happen
So quickly.
because
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane said, "Oh, what? You think we're really gonna kill off Brian? What do you think we are, high?" Or you made some.
Yeah.
yeah. So who's actually was that like the big quote unquote death they were talking about, or is there going to be an actual
Yeah.
other one?
That was the big death.
Family Guy
I'm
is
pretty sure.
the big one.
Okay, because they were saying there was going to be they made it sound like there was going to be a permanent one, but I guess they were just talking out their ass.
Maybe it was going to be a permanent one, but they realized how much like backlash they got from it.
Well, no, they produced the episodes already. I mean, the reason why everyone knew he wasn't actually dead was because there are still episodes yet to air that had his name in it.
Mhm.
Like someone was called, like Brian's like best day. It's like I don't even remember what the episode title was,
Yeah.
but it had Brian like specifically like listed as the.
I mean, they killed off characters in Family Guy before, although they were, I think, minor. I think Mort Goldman's wife got
Yeah,
killed
Muriel.
in one episode.
Muriel Goldman's dead. Yeah, Diane.
Patty Tanager, the caddy manager. Big whoop, want to fight about that dude. Got run over by a tank. I just saw that episode recently too.
Did what's his face come back again?
Cleveland.
No, not yeah. I know Cleveland came back because the Cleveland show got canceled, but no, I was thinking about freaking James Woods because he died, and did he come back again? I sure hope so.
No.
Oh, he hasn't. Okay,
No, he's dead.
because
They killed
James Woods,
Joe.
friggin' James Woods. I don't know. I love
That episode was so good, and the way they trap him the same way twice. It's like
Ooh,
this
he's
next
candy.
okay, we gotta remember this at the beginning next time because he's done this twice already.
All right, so getting back to the games real quick.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I got some other games too, like Call of Duty World at War, Gears of War, Sonic and the Secret Rings, all in there. I still need to play.
Secret Rings isn't that bad. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
not. It's a motion control game, so in the move side to side, you gotta tilt the Wiimote. But
All right, now we get to the good stuff. Let me tell you a tale. Let me tell you a tale of Telltale.
I know where you're going with this.
So there's various things to tell tales about Telltale about. First of all, The Wolf Among Us, Episode 1. That came out earlier. Was it October, I believe?
Yeah,
And
was it good?
that was amazing. And I think at that time I said it would possibly surpass The Walking Dead Season 1. Just from that episode alone, it seems like it has the potential to. It definitely hit the ground running a lot better than the first episode of The Walking Dead did, the first season.
Mm-hmm.
Because that I actually thought was really like mediocre episode, and then it just really ramps up from there.
Yeah, like looking back on it, it's kind of just an okay episode. It's good, and then it's a standard kind of introductory episode. But like
Yeah,
when you see everything that came after it, everything just so like completely overshadows it. Like every other episode is just better
Yeah.
in every way. So
but Yeah.
Yeah.
And I highly encourage everyone to play The Wolf Among Us Episode 1 because that just does it sets the scene so well, and it did what Walking Dead tried to do the first episode, but it actually did it really well in terms of gameplay also, because I thought the gameplay really lacked in the first episode of the original Walking Dead. Like where it just had pointless puzzles. They made it a lot more, like the action a lot more intense in The Wolf Among Us, and just a lot more engaging overall. But it's just amazing this whole world they have set up. I know it's based on the Fable graphic novel series, but it's really amazing how drastic a change it is from The Walking Dead, yet they're still able to do it so well.
Yeah.
And then it came to The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 1. Came out very recently.
How was it?
I beat that the first day. I downloaded it. And I think it was really good. Not like as amazing. I don't think it was as good as The Wolf Among Us Episode 1, but it definitely set the tone really well, a lot better than the first episode of the first season. With The Walking Dead. Because it really, I don't know, it just gives a whole different feeling to the series than the first episode did before. But it was really awesome how they brought everything together with this. I can't really say much, but I thought it was done pretty well. It wasn't overwhelming, but they definitely, you can tell they amped up the gameplay like with Wolf Among Us as well. And that it's definitely going good places. And do you guys know that they're do you guys are you guys aware of the other Telltale games that are coming out?
Borderlands
Yep.
and Game of Thrones.
Yes. I'm excited for both of them. Game of Thrones I just really need to catch up on, and I don't know, I'm really interested to see how they'll do that, because we literally have no idea what the game's going to be like, because the trailer showed absolutely nothing, just showed text talking about it basically. We didn't show any screenshots whatsoever or any idea. I don't know, that'll be interesting to see. And then the Borderlands one, that took me completely by surprise.
Yeah, that was really, really. Yeah, it surprised me too. Just because, I mean, Borderlands isn't. There's not like a whole big. There's not like a huge universe to it. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but there's not like a. It hasn't been very super story focused. The second one had a bigger story than the first one, certainly, but. It was just a really interesting choice.
I think it is really. You can tell that Telltale is really trying, like, really hard to be successful now. Like they know they had a working formula with The Walking Dead, and they're just trying to run with it at this point. And doing like the team up with Borderlands collaboration, I think that was a really smart move. Because there's tons of Borderlands fans out there. And people that otherwise probably ignore Telltale games, that'll draw them in and then get them interested in that gameplay style and everything.
Right.
But it's going to be really interesting to see how Telltale does this, because even with The Wolf Among Us and Walking Dead, their first episodes, they were kind of shady with their release dates. Like The Wolf Among Us took like a while. I'm pretty sure it was quite a long. Both of them, I think, took longer than expected, or released later. And now they're going to be working on a total of 4 series in 2014, ongoing. So, I'm going to see, hopefully it doesn't get messy, and they just drop the ball. Hopefully they can get on top of it now. But we'll see. I was really excited for Telltale now. They're definitely one of my favorite developers now. And that's all I've got. I think, should we start wrapping it up?
I guess we
could talk-
can. We still have a couple of things to.
Yeah, we could talk about, like, our future podcast plans, but I know this is going really long right now. So, in the future, I'm guessing it's going to be a lot more spontaneous. We talked about
Right.
this before, how we were thinking maybe if we had a topic that we're passionate about out of nowhere, or a specific game we really wanted to focus on, then we could just all find out a time and get together and make an episode on it. Because it doesn't seem like we can commit to a weekly thing right now with how much stuff is going on, but we'll always see in the future. But I think it would be better to just have like separate topics. I know Rusty, Ari Lewis 2011, he kind of reached out and he said he'd be interested in doing like an episode on licensed games. So that's definitely one we could do. We actually did that episode 2, so, but that doesn't give it the topic enough. Doesn't fulfill it, because that was in our really sloppy days. But yeah, what are you guys thinking?
About the future?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I certainly want to record in the spring, a few more times. I think, as far as my schedule goes, I know I don't have anything. I finagled it in a way so that the only time I have classes is on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That being said, I'm also probably, those are going to be really busy days, and 2 of the classes I'm taking are like, well, I'm taking one the first quad and then another one in the second, but they're like they're seminar classes for my major, so they're like kind of research intensive and work intensive. So I'm going to be busy certainly for that. But I mean, I don't have a problem with like trying to record on weekends and stuff. I mean, I'm sure that's when you guys are going to be free anyways. So, I think we should try to do it more often. Maybe like at least once a month. I think would be nice. You know, if not more, that'd be great.
Obviously, we don't want to do every 4 months, but it's just it's about how frequently we can do it. What determines whether or not we'll do it. And I want to get more guests on.
Yeah.
I had some in mind, but just with how random we were recording before, it was kind of impossible to do that. And it's also difficult because whenever I schedule guests, it's usually really dependent on when the guest can do it. And
Right.
I structured it around that before. We got a bunch of people now, so it's like if the guest says they can do Wednesday, like a lot of times the guests are more busy than we are.
Right.
So they'll have a very specific time to do.
Yeah, the users tried to get Robman on back in September. September, October, and it just nothing. We tried to get him on, and it just didn't work out, and we haven't really even talked hardly at all since then, actually. So like we've only just recently started talking to each other again. Funnily enough, just like we have. So we've just all been really, really busy this year for whatever reason. So
it's a big year. It's the year of Luigi.
Yeah. We're also trying to get a Chargeback Forward. Wait, speaking of Chargeback Forward, they actually just recently posted to us, which is unusual.
What?
Yeah, they just posted on the user, something to the users podcast.
Yeah, I just saw it too.
Yeah, so
Oh.
there you go. So we could we could get them on maybe sometime. I don't know. I mean, obviously we haven't recorded, in 4 months or so or longer, as well. So yeah, I mean, like I'd love both the podcasts to have sort of a, come back, sort of have like a comeback a little bit. But I mean, even if it's just, we've talked about this on the users though. Even if it's just like once a year, even like we're still around. We're still going to talk to each other. So hopefully we can do more here.
We're still gonna move in together. We're still gonna get married.
Yeah, I know. We're still gonna have loads of. Who keeps messaging me? Sorry. Now I'm getting messages from a friend of mine is arguing with me. He's saying that he thinks Ocarina of Time looks bland, and I was like, it's like a 15-year-old game, like.
All right, wait. So, speaking of that, my friend sent me a text.
Yeah.
It was talking about. It was like, you got this some black vehicle for sale, and I think you really like it, and left a link, and I hit the link, and it's just a naked black man.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool, I guess.
It's ridiculous. I'm sitting there on the bus, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm sending you a text, dude. It's cool." I thought he was just sending me a boring text about some black Nissan. And then there's not a black Nissan. It was really disturbing. It was all up close. But,
So, Ben Roland has your phone number? That sounds like something you would do. Sounds like something you would do.
And the thing that makes it even more awkward is that, like, it opens it up in the browser, so you have to, like, stay on there to exit out of the browser. So I had to, like, go back on there at one point. Like, at one point I just forgot, and I just opened it back up, and it was there.
Yeah.
Open the browser.
Oh, my God.
I was just lucky there weren't people around. So I figured that was on topic, so I should mention it.
Nice. Interesting.
So,
yeah, I mean, like, I want to keep going here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
See, a lot of times it was just, when we got guests, it was everything just lined up miraculously.
Yeah.
It just happened to work out. Like, we got really lucky with Jumble Junkie getting him on. And it just, like every time we asked, he pretty much gave up. He was like, I'm pretty sure I won't be able to do that. My schedule is so crazy. But then one day we were, like, down a guest that we planned to have on, and we just randomly messaged him, like, hey, something like, hey, tonight or tomorrow, would you be able to record? And he's like, oh, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
And it worked out.
Yeah, like, we tried to do that with Rodman, but it didn't work. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because we talked about, like, when we'd be able to be around, and he said, like, these sort of times work best for me. And then we talked again, and then we didn't come up with an idea until, like, almost, it was kind of last minute, and then we were like, yeah, if we could record now, that'd be great. And then he never got back to us, so.
Some of us might not, like, be able to make some of the episodes, the thing.
Yeah.
Because it was, like, before it was easy with just me and Cole. We had similar schedules, easy to work around. Like, at that point, I was free, like, almost all the time. Now I'm not near as much, but. And then I just worked around his schedule.
Rotating roster.
Yeah. It's
or
kind
flexible
of cool.
roster, I guess.
With 4 people, you can have, like, I think if you have at least 2 people, it's like, if we have at least one of us, like me and Cole and one of you two,
right?
Then we should be able to do it with a guest.
Yeah.
But, like, obviously if we just have one, it's not enough.
That's right.
So yeah, it's really interesting. It's interesting how it works, how we just came together like this. The users and Hey Listen, some of the users, and mixed them all up. What episode did you guys come in first?
Of this? It was in the 30s somewhere, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it seems like it's been forever ago. Because, like, if you look at how many episodes we should have based on how many weeks have passed,
right,
we're probably, like, in the 60s or probably even higher. We really should be.
Yeah, like, the last users episode that we had done on a relatively regular schedule was our Christmas special, where it was just me and Botza. and then everything sort of went off the rails where LMG wasn't around. We recorded in January a few times pretty consistently, but then it sort of fell off in March and April. So
Like, our forums are both so dead right now.
yeah,
The forums in general are, though, but it's just because we haven't been posting episodes.
right. Troubling times in the.
I mean, just to show you how dead our forums, the Hey Listen forums are, is the last post made on there was from Botsa Brand. So,
Nice.
it shows you. I don't feel like Botsa Brand's been on there for a long time. Let's see. I believe...
Secret Santa's been really active though. Secret Santa topic. It's
Yeah.
going crazy on there.
Yeah, that's good. I guess we could talk about. We should mention that this episode is kind of like the pre-Christmas episode, and then we plan on recording a post-Christmas episode, like
We'll talk
sometimes
Yeah.
relatively soon afterwards, where we can talk about all the stuff we got, what we did, and then also for the patient ones who are participating in Secret Santa, talk about what we got.
That's right. Hey, how about Bite My Backlog? You want to go and want to talk about that quick?
All right, so did you guys like that idea?
Yeah, I thought it was great. It was just kind of too bad because we just didn't really.
That was one
Keep
we
the
died
podcast
off
going.
too. So bad timing.
Yeah,
I didn't plan on just leaving the podcast for like 3 months. So
yeah. So
definitely could bring that back at some point. Definitely not in like the next 2 months because no one's gonna be anything Christmas time.
wait,
I feel
what
like.
was that? Oh, not a Bite My Backlog after the next two. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no one's gonna commit to anything Christmas time.
Right, but yeah, I mean, I'm keen on the idea of trying it again.
Yeah, there's some modifications I might make. Like, I don't know, I guess we could brainstorm.
I don't even remember. What was I challenged to do? I don't even remember. Oh, Pikmin 2. That's right. Yeah, I guess we talked about that earlier.
See, I had this whole fancy scoreboard thing I was going to do where I was going to have like, I was going to reveal, like, people were going to place bets and we were going to reveal who got what.
Right.
But, never any official results, really. Pegasus had Scott Pilgrim. You had to do Pikmin 2. I was Pokemon Soul Silver, and Cole was Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga.
She got bored of or whatever because he's a lame-o. But yeah, I'm interested in doing it again. Certainly, I think updating it or whatever. And
SDC Pro and Zavin both said that you would win and Cole would lose.
And I didn't finish my game, and
yeah,
I think Cole kind of lost.
Well, kind of. But you put the least amount of effort, I guess.
But
and we can easily say this because he's not here.
that's right.
I feel like he wouldn't even argue that, though. But I thought it would be an interesting dynamic to have, like, for us to be able to be ranked in the end, like, who did better out of the four of us,
Right.
where we stand. And then if we do worse, it would motivate us, maybe, to do better next time. And last time, I also had it where other people voted on what other people's games would be. I don't know, maybe we could do it where each of us choose out of a list that's randomized and choose our own game, maybe. We could do it that way, I don't know.
Maybe.
Because the last time, initially, we like picked an RPG for you, but you were like, no RPGs.
Right. Because I didn't want to...
And then Pikmin 2 worked out so well.
Yeah, and then it did until my brother's like, hey, I'm taking all the game systems, lol. And I was like, okay.
But bite my backlog.
But bite my backlog. I love Pikmin 2 though. I thought it was great. I was having a lot of fun with
like
it.
that,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Pokemon Soul Silver is really good. I played through gold originally, so that was really good. So.
Mm.
Quality. So
Indeed.
yeah, we definitely could bring that back soon. But anything else?
I don't know. I guess we can just wrap this, man. Wrap it like a Christmas present. Aw, what was that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
You like that rapping I did for you, Nick?
Yeah, I wasn't
I was
bad.
like, you alive?
Turned out good.
That nice
Yeah.
Barbie rapping.
Oh yeah, the freaking Bieber hashtags pray for Bieber, cut for Bieber. That was, oh my god.
Because I know how much you love Justin Bieber. I had to include that in there. Too bad I didn't
Well,
sign
all
with
my
Justin
friends
Bieber.
consistently try and just shove them down my throat too. If
Ew.
they manage to get a hold of my phone, they tend to post some. Oh, the last one was oh, I can't wait to get down to some Bieber tonight. I didn't see it till I think a few hours later.
Nice.
So anytime if there's any pro Justin Bieber, something like anything that posts on my timeline, it wasn't me.
I mean, I don't believe that, but
Guarantee
no.
it's one of my friends.
Dude, I would have had zero tolerance for that. I would have just completely
Oh.
destroyed it.
Oh man, that atrocity.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
zero tolerance.
Did you guys did not? I forget what it was. You didn't have me on the users for something. But like the last episode I was on was the zero tolerance one.
Well, that was the we made the terrible mistake of letting MIDI bring in like 50 people.
Yeah, guys.
Oh my
Moderation.
That was
God.
bad.
Zero tolerance, suck my D clusterfuck.
Dude, that was like that was a fun episode though. I don't even
Oh
care. It
my
was
God.
fun.
It was. And the thing is, I now legitimately have zero tolerance. I actually have the game.
Hey, like
I
I
am
really
very-
have zero tolerance. Like, what are you
I
talking
am very
about? No,
tempted to do
I
that on
actually
the
have
YouTube.
zero tolerance.
Zero tolerance.
I want to get that, even though I don't even have the system for it.
Nick, just so you know, I've shown a lot of people the cover of John Elway's Quarterback to just
God.
illustrate like how great how great a picture that is.
So are you gonna show this episode to your antisocial friend?
I don't even think he knows I have a podcast.
No, most people probably don't. Do you tell a lot of people about?
I tell most of my I tell all my friends that I have podcasts too, that I'm on, and a
Do you
radio
link
show.
them? Do you link them?
No.
I am on a podcast. I will not say the name, nor the people I'm with, but I'm certainly on one or two, maybe even three now. Alright, so twitter.com/ZRPG, PC Gamer Forum, Pokemon ZRPG, Backlogger, Pokemon ZRPG,
What do you want for Christmas?
I mean, that wasn't a really necessary part. It's just getting long now. But
It is getting
what I
long.
want for Christmas, a bunch of games. Game of Thrones Season 2 I had on there.
Sweet.
Case Closed Season 4 I had on there.
Nice.
Some more Studio Ghibli films.
Yeah.
And, yeah, a bunch of games. I had Mario 3D World on there. Feeding the Flames of Mario 3D World. Burning the Dreams of Mario Sunshine.
Sweet.
Yeah, stuff like that, man.
Awesome.
I should have
Pegasus,
put Link Between Worlds on there.
you
Then
should have. You should have.
When I first made the list, it was a long time ago. I didn't even feel like I would be interested in that, but now I am. So,
Dude, Pegasus, you should. What do you want for Christmas? Your two front teeth.
I don't know. Pretty much, I'm probably gonna end up getting Call of Duty Ghosts.
yeah,
I would want to get Link Between Worlds. 'Cause I want to play that one so bad. That's one of those games that now it's out. It's
Yeah, man.
I agree with that blank statement right there.
Yeah.
What happened?
Did he disappear again?
no, I'm here.
Oh, okay. No, I'm good.
I just
Yeah.
stopped.
Just randomly.
No, I just Yeah.
Yeah. Is it?
Cole,
Sure.
what do you want?
All right. Anyways.
What do you want for Christmas, Cole?
All right.
Go.
I think I want a 3DS XL. No, I don't. I don't know what.
What does Cole want?
I don't know what Cole wants. He wants coal very
He's got
clearly.
a free. Oh.
He's gonna. That was bad. I'm sorry.
Cole in
Um,
your stocking. It's just like pictures of himself. That would be great. I would do that if I was his parents.
that's lame.
You got Cole in your stocking.
You got coal in your stocking,
Just a million different pictures of him.
or like,
Nothing else.
or you just get like a giant sock and you put him in it.
Yeah, and then post it on Facebook. Just Cole in your stocking.
I didn't ask for a lot of video games, or any actually, because I put, well, it's because I put like tons of games on my wish list for Secret Santa. I have no idea what I'm gonna get for in that, so I didn't.
Yeah, I did the Secret Santa list afterwards, so.
Yeah, I should have. I should have thought ahead and been like, oh, I'll keep this off and then put it on like a wish list, but I didn't. But that's okay. I asked for like a lot of soundtracks, like a lot of different because I'm way behind on that. You know, that's kind of like one of my passions for collecting, but I haven't done a lot in that regard in a couple of years now. So I'm really behind on a lot of my soundtracks. It's including film and video games. You know, so. So I'm a little bit behind. I mean, I did get the Xenoblade soundtrack for my birthday, and last birthday I got the last story soundtrack, but but I don't have a lot of a lot of soundtracks. So, or recent film ones. So yeah, I asked for a lot of different ones in there, and some video game ones as well. So, trying to think of what else I asked for.
Lots Brandon needs to stop going online.
I know, he just keeps showing up, man. Oh,
in and out.
I asked for a one of the figures from the original line of action figures for Final Fantasy 13. I'm still missing 2 for my collection, so I asked for the cheaper one of those. One of them is going upwards of like $100 now, so obviously didn't ask for that one because I would not get it. I asked for the Hunger Games, book trilogy on for Christmas, and trying to think if there's anything else, and I don't think there is. So we'll see. I think it's going to be kind of a surprise, honestly, a little bit what I get. So
it's gonna be awesome though. Can't wait to open that Secret Santa present.
I know that's honestly the thing I'm looking forward to the most. So
it was taunting me because it got there pretty early.
Yeah.
So I just gave it to my mom. She put it in her room so I didn't have to look at it.
Right. Yeah, I got home and I didn't know. I was assuming mine had come, but I wasn't sure. So yeah, I'm glad it's shown up here, and it's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's about it. And Boston Brand's offline again.
So
and with that car going by.
See you guys next time.
Let's wrap it up.
Yep.
All right.
Say bye, guys.
All right. Bye, guys.
Benoit. Balls.
Wait, hold on. I gotta find where's the recording software? It's around here somewhere. It's in the background here. Here it is. Bye.